Hey, thanks for buying a cup of coffee. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Cup of Dusk. My name is Zonga. Roll that R as always. And tonight I'm joined by someone who has so much drip, it's downright heavenly Father! Why are you shaking your head? That's your cue. You're supposed to speak now. Don't leave. Oh no, we're off to a great start, chat. Go back! Okay, there he is. All right, fantastic.
Excellent start, honestly.
Hey, listen, it's nothing but professional here. We're just a bunch of professional streamers, ready to have a professional time, in a professional setting.
Remember to commit to the bit at all times.
Exactly. House of Cthulhu, hello! Thank you so much for the 9 months of support. I appreciate it. Pro level scuff. That's true. It's not a VTuber stream without a little bit of scuff. I'm sure we both of us can relate to that into some capacity.
I feel like scuff is overlooked. Should everyone scuffs, even the most professional quote-unquote streamer scuffs.
I mean,
because nothing is perfect.
It's true. Honestly, perfection's boring. The scuff is when we get to react and like improvise, go a little crazy.
I also feel like the bar for scuff is too high. I feel like there's like an invisible bar up in the heavens, and if anything doesn't go up that high, then it's scuff. But I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. I already see the chat wants to bring us some scuff tonight. They're taking off my clothes already. I do apologize in advance for this. You know, I promised things would be professional, but apparently it's business professional now.
Now serving
special. And speaking of professional, we got a double raid already to start the night off.
Now serving today's
nice.
special.
What is going on, Raiders in stream? My name is Zoga. Roll that R as always. Welcome to the Cup of Dusk, where I bring in various VTubers around the internet. We talk about various topics like content creation sometimes. Tonight I'm joined by Heavenly Father. We're going to be diving in just a second. Hello, Heavenly. Oh my God, the triple raid.
Now serving today's special.
Why are you all raiding at the same time? We haven't even started yet. Welcome in more Raiders. Thank you guys for being here. Like I said, my name's Roy. I'm Bunny Bruce, a VTuber, specialize in voice acting and housing this cafe. We do a lot of fun improv sketch comedy here, and sometimes we're too down apocalyptic to handle. But more importantly, tonight we're going to be putting on a content clinic with the one, the only, hallowed be thy drip, Heavenly Father.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
What's up? I was waiting for the teleprompter, but I read too slow.
Listen, the teleprompter is always way too slow. You'll hear me. I constantly have to shout to the sides, asking for people what my line's supposed to be.
It's so unprofessional. It's just wrong. It's just bad.
You know, you just
bad luck.
Just can't find good help anymore. You know, they can't handle
No
their
one
jobs.
wants to work anymore.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Nobody wants to be a VTuber anymore. It's just.
No one wants to work. What a shame. What a shame.
Definitely for shame. But thank you so much to Ms. Peachy VA, to Donachi VA, and Lion Onisan for the raids. Thank you all so much. I hope you all had amazing streams, and thank you for bringing your community over here. I'm not really sure why you trust me with them. That was a dangerous mistake, but I'm gonna make you regret it. Don't worry. Don't worry. So Heavenly,
I'm very much in danger.
you're in danger?
Am I in danger?
I mean, do you want to be in danger? I could make you in danger.
Gosh.
Oh, never mind. We're both in danger. Miss Peachy's gifted 10 subs to the community. Thank you so much for the 10 cups of coffee. Yes. Oh, yes. It's all coming together. Okay, so welcome in, everybody. Like I said, tonight's big plan is we're going to be doing content creation, discussing. We're going to be calling it the Content Clinic. I don't. This is probably agreed. Definitely a victory. There are definitely better terms for it, but I figured let's keep it straight. Let's keep it simple. You know, let's dive into bits of content creation. If at any point during the stream, any of you would like to ask questions, please use the highlight message.
Void?
Are you in the void? Are you?
What?
What's wrong?
Wait, can you just turn off your mic for Discord but still talk on stream?
Did I?
Wait, you didn't do that on purpose?
I did not.
That was cool.
Oh no!
Like, for the whole time you were just talking to your chat, I was like, is he talking to me?
Oh
But I
no!
realized you. What did you push anything, or did
No.
it just happen on its own?
I'm gonna blame Discord on that one.
Discord did it perfectly for you.
We're gonna blame Discord for assisting with the scuff, because we were just demonstrating that scuff is okay. A little bit of scuff is just fine.
Honestly, that's one of the best things you should do, is just roll with it.
100%.
Always roll with it. Assume you did it on purpose, and if you didn't, just say you did. Who's going to check it? Is there anyone watching you? Well, watching you. Well,
Oh, I mean,
is anyone watching? How do I put this into words that make sense? Is anyone watching you? Watching you? Watch you? There we go.
I would like to hope so. Like, who watches the watchers? You know?
God, I hope no one's watching me.
I
mean, like, from the other end of the screen. There we go.
Yes, that's a little creepy. You know, mod check. You know, you gotta swivel in your chair and make sure nobody's watching you.
I feel like the Five Nights at Freddy's character just looking left and right at all times, checking the cameras.
Oh my god. Always watching. Thanks, Kai. Appreciate you. But yes, welcome into everybody that is new tonight. We greatly appreciate you all being here and coming to what I hope is the first of many content clinic streams, because this is something that I am very passionate about. In talking about content and the content creation journey, especially when it comes to VTubing, because I feel like there's plenty of misinformation out there, and sometimes it can be a little misleading in terms of things that content creators can do to make their journey a little bit more easy, a little bit more successful, and just they need one place to go find out this information, or just ask what they fear is a stupid question, because there are stupid questions, but you can ask them here.
So fucked up. I was thinking about it. I was like, that's true. But
It's
like,
true.
But yeah, you know, I mean, someone, you're not going to know unless you ask. Even if you feel stupid for asking, you might as well find out, so you'll feel smarter afterwards.
Exactly. So that being said, if there are any points in the stream that you guys want to ask us questions, please go ahead and use the highlight message redeem. That way we can take a look. I'll probably try to add questions to this little chart over here that I have with questions. And apparently we've got another raid, because it's just one of those nights.
Hey.
Damn, I have to give the whole spiel again. No, what the hell? Why have we had 5 raids? I've been live for like 5 minutes. They came for the drip. They came for the heavenly drip.
They came for you, not me.
Oh, come on.
They
Come
would've
on.
raided you regardless.
Oh, okay. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Roy Zonga. Roll that R as always. Like I said, my name is Roy. I'm a bunny barista VTuber specializing in voice acting, housing this cafe called the Cup of Dusk, where I bring in various VTubers around the internet. We do a little improv sketch comedy, and sometimes we're too down apocalyptic to function. Tonight I'm joined by the most dripped out heavenly master, Heavenly Father.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
You all right over there?
I had music playing this whole time because I just really, it's just this one song that's stuck in my head, and I just had to listen to it to get it out of my head.
Oh, I totally understand that. I totally understand that. But hey, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much, Lady Boots and Kira P. Raptor Girl. Thank you so much for bringing your community over here. I hope you're all doing amazing tonight. Welcome to the Content Clinic. Heavenly Father and I are going to be discussing our journey of content creation, as well as answering some of the most asked questions in the community and giving our intake spin on them and things of that nature. So if there's any point during the stream that you guys want to ask a specific question, please use the highlight message redeem for channel points in chat. That way we can properly get to you guys when we have the chance, and we'll go from there. Yes. I'm like, Heavenly, is there anything that you would like to add to the class?
Currently, no. I just want to let everyone get situated because I am going to ramble and rant, and I can't stop myself until someone stops me. So.
Listen, I'm definitely not going to complain. But we do have our first question. Why do you have a nice butt?
Is it me or you?
I'm gonna say you, because you're the guest.
Actually, don't. Funny enough.
Oh. Damn. That is so sad, chat. I can't believe they stole his ass. Can we get 5 gift subs in the chat? That's so sad.
They stole my ass.
It's like Metal Gear Rising all over again. They stole his ass.
I actually got my older model, actually, the first rendition, not older, but the first rendition of the model actually had a fat ass. And then I guess it was an oversight or something, but he, when he sent it over, it became a little bit flatter.
Is there, like, do you want the cake back? I'm curious.
Yes and no. Yes, because it'd be funny that underneath this long cape is just a fat ass. But no, because getting him to do it right now when he has like 8 other models would probably make me feel like a jerk.
Fair. Fair. But you know what doesn't make us feel like a jerk? Lasgar Lockman with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much for supporting the community.
Hello.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Next question. But streamer, why can't I grow by playing games and occasionally mouth breathing into my mic? Shut up, Kai. That's how.
I've made that joke multiple times, but it is very true that there are people down in the trenches who are quite literally streaming a very streamer unfriendly game with nothing to show for it. No alerts, no sounds, a fan blowing into their mic, a horrible mic quality, and not saying anything. It's
true. It's true. Now, I apologize in advance. If I don't get to your question right away, I am copying them all down and pasting them onto a sheet. So don't be surprised if I don't answer your question right away. Oh my God, for Father's Heavenly ass. Or Heavenly Father's ass. There we go. But I do have them on the side. But I want to start off with a couple basic ones just so we can kind of set a baseline. People get to know us a little bit better, and then maybe trust our most valuable opinions when it comes to content creation. Yeah, I say.
Content creation.
Yeah, one of those. All right, so the first question that I kind of want to establish, and this will help get people to, I guess, get to know us a little bit better. What is your background in content creation? So if you want to maybe paint us a picture of what your journey has been like to how you got to where you are now.
Accidentally. Basically, I used to be in a JoJo Discord, and I was just in it, modding it, doing my thing because I like JoJo. I'm a big anime fan. And a friend of mine, he wasn't a friend at the time, he was just a guy I knew. He thought I was funny, so he pulled me into a Discord with a, at the time, 2.5 million subscriber YouTuber.
Woo!
And the YouTuber thought I was funny. His name is the Russian Badger.
Oh.
So he kept me around, and then from there, I've just been gaining knowledge from content creation by trying my own thing, hanging out with other content creators, and of course having Badger as both a friend and a mentor is very helpful because his way of content creation is probably the most unorthodox out of every other YouTuber right now. However, the amount of effort he puts into it is equally evident from the amount of success he has. He does different things, but they work well than what the current meta is for YouTube. That's why.
Okay.
And that was 20. Actually, my friend sent me a TikTok he made of the first messages he sent me, and the timestamps on that. Where did I put that?
Oh, no.
Did I delete it? I must have deleted If I remember correctly, I want to say 2018. If not 2018, and the earliest of 2019, like very, very early.
Okay.
So about 3, if not 4 years.
Okay. Okay. Is there something specific that brought you over into VTubing?
2 things. One, it's easier. I think that VTubing is probably an easier field to express yourself than generic, well, not generic, but then I would say the already done field of webcamming, at least for Twitch streams. Because with VTubing, you can have something like this, where you're in a bar or a cafe or a talk show or all sorts of things, and you only really need art. From the art, you can have your imagination, because if you closed your eyes, it would feel like a podcast. But if you open your eyes, it has a whole different feel to it, because we're in a cafe. And he's a bunny man, and I'm a guy.
You're a heavenly father. There you go.
Yeah. So it's a lot easier to express yourself. And also the very obvious reason of I get to be pretty. I get to be a guy. I get to be who I see myself as. Oh, yes, I see myself as a crazed scientist. And
that's great.
It's just better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's a great way to look at things. And I think that at least helps us establish kind of a baseline from the background that you come from, being voice acting. So you've been in the content creation game for about 3.5 years, you'd say?
Yeah, if I know for a fact it's 2019.
Okay.
I think 2018 is like really stretching it, but yeah, about 3 years.
Okay. I wish I had a similar background to you, because yours is, I feel like it's a little bit more noble. just happened upon it type thing.
Yeah, but that's just luck. That's genuine luck. If I didn't get into a fight with my friends on Skype, I wouldn't have made a Discord account so early. If I didn't make a Discord account so early, I wouldn't have found the JoJo server. If I didn't find the JoJo server, I wouldn't have found Bing, I wouldn't have found Badger, and I would be in where I am. It was all luck.
Hell yeah.
So many things had to fall into place, and I didn't do anything for them. But you can still be way more successful than me without luck. So it's not all luck. Some people just get lucky. I got lucky, but everyone else can work for it to be where I am or even surpass me. And I've seen a lot of you VTubers who completely surpass me. And that's because I am quite literally, one of the more important things, I'm not a full-time content creator. I still kept my day job. So I do this for fun. But those who do this and make it like an actual job, their lifestyle, it shows. It very much shows.
Interesting. All right, well that's great. Let me go ahead and I'll spiel mine, and then we'll start diving into some of the questions, because we do have a couple now, which is exactly like you said would happen.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's what we needed.
Exactly. So my background for content creation is a little different. I'm coming up on 5 years in August. I did about 4 years of facecam streaming, and I've done a combination of Twitch, of speedrunning, of doing anime review content, of doing Power Ranger review content, of doing a cooking and baking channel with high production value, and then back to speedrunning, and then back to anime, and then back to Power Rangers, and then just I have been all over the place. And I got to the point in about 2021 where I hit a new mental low with speedrunning, and I saw VTubing was very much up and coming. I had some close friends of mine. I saw content creators like Iron Mouse was really starting to pop off, and VShojo had really like started its roots by then. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then by June of last year, I started as a PNG tuber.
Ooh. I heard that's a very contentious group of people within VTuber.
Contentious? What do you mean?
I've heard many things from about PNG tubers, how they are real VTubers, how they're not real VTubers, how they're fake VTubers, and how there's a different group of people that dislike them because of it. Because of other PNG, I wouldn't say PNG tubers, but people who use PNGs can have horrible communities, and it can kind of spread, which is a very interesting thing.
I could definitely understand that. Just like I can understand Kuibiko-sama with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all doing amazing. Thank you for bringing all these wonderful people over. We're in the middle of a content creation discussion. Pull up a chair or kick up your feet, because it's morphin' time. So, with PNG tubing, at least for me, it was just a way for me to test it out to make sure that I actually liked it. Because I saw at the time, it was very much before he blew up to the level that he is today. But I was watching Shoto, and he was a PNG tuber when I first started watching him, and I was like, oh wow, like if he's doing it and doing it successfully, I think he was like 200 viewers at the time. I was like, oh wow, like that's great. Like I can at least test the waters and see what it's like before spending thousands of dollars and jumping in, which I think is the big thing that people should know. Do not just buy a model.
Oh yeah, no, that's whew.
Yeah,
that's a whole different that's a whole different category thing to talk about. Oh my god.
Oh my god. We'll get to that, I'm sure. But yeah, so from PNG tubing, and then my first debut was in August of last year. And then I re-debuted April 21st of this year. But the cafe already have going for like 3 months, I think, at that point. So, but the cafe was not the first idea I had. So,
but you did find a good thing though.
Yes, I think part of a content creation journey, and I'm sure we'll go over it tonight with people's questions and things like that, is your first idea is most likely not going to be your last idea, nor is it going to be the thing that works. And if there's one thing I've learned through the past 5 years of doing various types of content, failure is a good thing because you learn something new every time.
Yes.
You just have to be willing to try that new thing and to get up and try again. So, all right. Well, with that being said, now you guys know a little bit more about my own background, about Heavenly Father's background. Let's dive into some questions that we've seen from chat. Our first one being, what is the best place to start as a VTuber? Or where is the best place to start?
Twitch.
Yep.
Twitch is probably the best place to start for VTubing because everyone that isn't incredibly corporate is on Twitch. And corporate VTubers, now I don't have much knowledge on corporate VTubers because my first corporate VTuber I watched was Gura.
Okay.
And I never watched a stream. I saw clips. And from what I've learned through research through different websites is that corporations are kind of a closed system where they only really interact with other people in the corporate. Well, no, I guess it's more HoloLive because I've seen Ninja Sanji do crazy things.
Yeah,
but oh, go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say I think it depends on the corporation because like VShojo is super interactive with indie VTubers. Niji Sanji is starting to get more interactive with indies and with VShojo as well. I think HoloLive is kind of the one that's not I shouldn't say stuck, but like you don't see HoloLive interacting with a lot of other non-HoloLive people.
Yeah, and YouTube streaming comes with the mental image of corporation streamers. So there's kind of a I'm thinking of here a standard set of like what the type of stream people would think would come from a YouTube stream. Whereas a Twitch stream, indie streamers on Twitch, indie VTubers on Twitch are wild. You never know what you're gonna find, and a lot of people automatically assume if you're going to be a VTuber on Twitch, you already are an English-speaking VTuber, which is Twitch's main audience is English-speaking people. I was gonna say patrons, but people.
Yeah, very true.
So Twitch is probably the best place to start because people will automatically assume you're streaming on Twitch anyway.
Yep.
And you can also, it's easier to collaborate and meet people on Twitch than it is on YouTube because of the raid feature.
Yep.
So I would always say start with Twitch for VTubing.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you completely. I think Twitch right now is the best live streaming platform. I think YouTube is like close-ish, but I think like they're still like another 2 to 3 years behind. Eventually YouTube might overtake Twitch, but right now I think Twitch is still top dog of live interactivity.
Yeah. 100%.
And I think a big reason, like you were saying, for that is raids, because of how simple raids are. You know, it's not the live redirect system that YouTube has right now. The gifted sub system is really easy. Sharing bits is super easy. There's a lot of things that just work on Twitch well. But also, like you were saying, the YouTube side of things has very much a corporate expectation to it, where Twitch feels a little bit more laid back. Like you can meet some, make some friends, meet some new people, meet some other indie VTubers, and really, really get to know the VTubing community.
Yep, very much so.
And just to tag on kind of what we were talking about before, if you're gonna start out with VTubing, please start with a PNG. Please don't spend like $5,000 on a model, last a month, and then graduate, because let me tell you, like December, January, February of like last year into this year were very, very depressing. Watching brand new VTubers suddenly disappear. Oh my gosh,
that's very.
I keep my finger on the pulse, and the pulse got pretty erratic. And hey, if you make your own, do it. Yeah, go for it. If you're making your own, just don't spend the money.
there is Juniper Actus completely is like self-sufficient, like made her own model twice, I believe. I think rigged most of the new model, and the old model was completely rigged by her. 100% self-made, and you can totally do it. I think everything but like her stream intro music is from her own hand. So it is completely possible. That's just the one I can think off the top of my head because I'm just a big fan.
Well, I know
there are plenty more out there.
Froggy Luck did her own model too, right?
Yep. See, there we go.
Yeah. There's a couple that I'm at least aware of in that sense. I don't know if Minerva Party Demoness did her own. I know she does a lot of amazing art, including the emotes that you'll see in this channel.
Min is actually my older sister.
Oh, like
her 3D model whoa, model sister, not
model,
actual physical sister. Whoops.
Anytime I hear something familial related in VTubing, I always assume that they mean model. It's okay.
Yeah. She's older sister. Her 3D model comes exactly like comes from the same person who made my model.
Oh wow, and, that's awesome.
Those are the 3D ones. The 2D ones I think she did make on her own. I know for a fact she made the Mini Min. I believe Mini Min is from their own hand.
That's awesome.
I'm not sure on the others. I'm not like 100% sure.
Zolan they were rigging them on.
Oh, Zolan's model's great. Zolan's model's perfect.
Gotta give him the gremlin laugh, you know? You gotta give it to him. Everybody gotta give it to him.
Zolan's a great person.
I love Zolan. Shout outs to Zolan and Vex. just two amazing people. Like forget content creator and VTuber, just love them. They're just amazing people. Okay, so let's
I wholeheartly agree on that. I fucking love Vex. They know that. I've said it multiple times, but I'll say it again. I love Vex. Great person.
We do love Vex here. We love Vex, we love Zolan, we love our VTubing family. So let's move on from how to start as a VTuber then. If we feel like we've covered all of the kind of like, or I'm sorry, where to start as a VTuber.
Let's just where.
Yeah, because like there's a lot more to like how to start as a VTuber, but that's just where to start as a VTuber.
How to start? That's a different set. That's a whole separate seminar on its own.
That is a stream. That is an entire stream. So I think Lion Onisan had asked, on an actual note, how do you guys go about dealing with both the Twitch and Twitter algorithm?
The Twitch algorithm doesn't exist. Twitch is not an algorithm. It is not a thing. Don't let anyone tell you it is. There is no, this isn't like a Jedi mind trick. There is no Twitch algorithm if you are under the top 4,000.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what I mean by that, if you go to Twitch track, this is very dangerous if you are a content creator. So be careful at looking at this. But you go to Twitch Tracker, I believe it's twitchtracker.net, and you type in the stream's name. On the left-hand side, it'll give you a rank number. And that's where they rank out of all the streamers on Twitch. So all 4 million of them. And then they will also separate them by language you speak. And if you are not within the top 4,000, Twitch does not care about you to push you at all. Yep. That is why if you make a new account right now and they're live, I don't know if they're live right now because I'm on my own account, but if you see Hassan, Mizkif, Esfand, and possibly Asmin and Tyler 1. Those are the 7 off the top of my head will always show up on the left-hand side that are there live on a brand new Twitch account. So no, never followed anyone, never watched anything. You are making it brand new. It will show the top like 0.1%, and that's like top 10 people, because it's like, I forget the word. There's a word for it, but it's an effect where if you see a party that is crowded, your brain goes, what's going on over there?
Yes.
And you end up going over there, and because you go over there, you watch all these people who get subs and everything. You're like, I want to get in on this.
Yeah.
So you'll sub to them, and it just makes Twitch more money that way.
Yeah.
Because everyone makes Twitch money. Some people make Twitch more money, and those people get more attention. So there's no Twitch algorithm if you are under, on average, I'll say if you're under maybe 8,000 viewers, like average, you're not in the algorithm. The only thing that will show up in the algorithm is viewers. What is it? It's on the left hand side. Let me look on my channel right now. Oh, viewers also watch. That's it. And that only works if the person you are watching raids another person.
Yep.
Or a lot of people from that community raid into them. Then it'll tell you. That's it. And that's at the bottom. That's underneath the follow channels, and that's underneath the recommended. And recommended is not a real algorithm either. It just grabs random channels. Like my recommended shows 2 VTubers, 2 webcam streamers, 3 artists, and a Minecraft streamer. I don't even watch Minecraft. It's just a random thing. So don't worry about a Twitch algorithm. The best thing to do for Twitch is to make your own people come into it from outside. Twitter algorithm, just follow the rules. No offsite links. What is it? No offsite links. Don't tag someone as the first word in the tweet, or else it makes it a reply.
Yep.
And I'm forgetting something. There's like another one. I can't remember the third rule. There's 3 rules. I just can't remember. The no offsite links one is very important, because if you link something that takes someone off of Twitter, it goes to 30% of your audience.
Yep.
Don't do it.
And that's what I was talking about before with like why I got a picture of us instead of using the link as the first thing in there, because the picture won't send people away, but the reply, which I don't care if it sends people away, is at least there for people to click.
The most you can really do is put a link in a separate message of the tweet, but even then that can still kill the original tweets push and outreach, because Twitter is selfish.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, a lot of social media platforms are like that. TikTok is very much like that as well, where if you talk about, or if you link other platforms in your comments or your pinned or your description, it is less likely to show it to other people, because TikTok wants to keep people there.
Yep.
I think you hit the nail on the head with Twitch. I think especially people have it built into their head that like one day they will just hit the Twitch algorithm, and that they'll you know, you'll just make it. If you keep working at it, you'll just make it. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Especially with Twitch, because it's not an algorithm-based platform. Twitch genuinely does not care about you. We're gonna be very real in these conversations. Twitch does not care about you unless you are in that top 4,000 making them money. And even then, it only cares about you to a certain degree. Ludwig is my perfect example of like, he made them more money than anybody has ever made them in the history of Twitch, and they still didn't care about him. They let him go to YouTube. You can check out his videos about all of that. Where
who was the other person?
Which one?
There was a very recent streamer who switched from Twitch to YouTube because in the email for his contract for Twitch, they misspelled his name twice. They misspelled it twice, 2 separate ways. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, no.
He just recently went. But the reason he was going back and forth and he switched on YouTube was because they misspelled his name. Was it Sykkuno? It might have been Sykkuno.
Was no shot. Was it really Sykkuno?
I think it was, yeah, because Sykkuno just left. It was Sykkuno. They spelled his name wrong twice in the email, so he said, "Fuck you, I'm leaving."
Good for him.
They had no respect for him.
Good for him. I mean, he was a huge player for Twitch. Sykkuno still is a huge player in general, but like, I had no idea that was the reason. But yes, Twitch does not care about you as a content creator. So if you want to talk about how to get good with the Twitch algorithm, ignore it. Because the best thing that you can be thinking about when it comes to growth on Twitch is creating content on other platforms.
Which is really dumb when you think about it.
It is. Oh, it's frustrating because Twitch is a whole different kind of beast when it comes to content. And generally, your live content is going to be one of the latter things that you think about. Because you should be thinking about how you can turn the content you're creating into clickable, searchable, discoverable content on other platforms like YouTube, like Twitter, like TikTok. And that's how you get people to come from those platforms onto this platform. Because like we just established, there's no there's no Twitch algorithm unless you're in that top 4,000. So the search is not going to help you. The recommended is not going to help you. And the most viewed people obviously is not going to help you if you're just starting out.
That's really, really stupid. In order to get your Twitch to pop off, you have to give what are called call to actions on other platforms to get people to come to your Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the ways. The other way is also like intermingling on Twitter, but like that is a lot of work because that is something you can't teach. That is something you can only learn. You have to learn how to socially adjust to different Twitters and how to. It's networking, like Vex said, but it's a weird networking because you're trying to make people your friend so they think about you.
Yeah.
That way they talk about you. But you also don't have to be friends. You can also simply be colleagues. And one of the, I'll go into that later. That's a thing that's I notice is very prevalent in VTubing. But you're basically just trying to get people to think about you at all times. Which is why when someone raids you, you should be very thankful because that person thought about you. Because you can raid anyone on Twitch, but they thought about you to raid because of either you made them laugh or you said something interesting or you're doing something interesting or, you know, something to get them in their head.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. And we can definitely talk more about Twitter later if you want to revisit it. And just networking and talking in general, because I think that's a whole other conversation we can have. This is a big one, and I have a very harsh answer to this, but if you want to take it first, I will let you. How do you deal with lack of motivation / burnout from content creation?
Oh, I also have the only answer is a harsh answer too, so you go first, because we're probably going to say the same thing.
I hate saying this, so chat, like if you don't, these are going to be very truthful answers, so I apologize, but I don't apologize because you asked this. No one cares. If you feel burnt out, if you don't feel motivated, 95% of your community does not care. And I don't say that from like a mean place. What I'm trying to say is that from a business perspective, you are a creator or a provider or a distributor. If you wanna talk about it like that, and your chat, your viewers, your customers are consumers. They are consuming a product that you are providing for them. They do not care that you're having a bad day. They don't care that you're not motivated. All they care is, do you have that product for them? If you don't have that product for them, they'll go somewhere else and get it. If you do have that product for them, great. They're going to keep working with you. Obviously, that's not to say like, hey, like work yourself into the ground, but there is a weird imbalance when it comes to content creation and sharing things and oversharing. One of the best pieces of advice I got from someone was from Taka, funny enough. And his biggest piece of advice was don't share too much. And when it comes to platforms like Twitter, especially, you don't need, like, if you're not having a great day, you don't need to tweet about it. Just go deal with it in some capacity. Talk to your friends in DMs, talk to people that can help you. Don't socialize it because your customers aren't there for your bad day. They are there to consume your product. They are there to consume your content. They are there to escape the shitty day that they dealt with. And it just boils down to, it doesn't matter that you're not motivated because motivation is fleeting. What is consistent is discipline. That you're disciplined to get up and make content, that you're disciplined to make something good. Obviously with VTubing, it's a little bit different because some of it's a little bit of an art form. And obviously if your mood is shitty, then maybe you won't make the best product you can. But there are other ways to go about it because there's always something you can do. If you had a really bad day and you're like, okay, I have to cancel stream, work on something else. Find a different creative outlet. Work on a YouTube video, work on TikToks, work on interacting with people on Twitter. There's always something you can do if something else falls flat. But genuinely, burnout is something that you have to be aware of yourself. But motivation is fleeting and people don't care. And it sucks and it's a harsh truth, but it's true. I hope I hit what you were gonna say.
Oh yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say. It's the same thing. I mean, I have 2 examples off the top of my head if you want, Chad, that I can explain why burnout needs to be something you control and not something you let control you. One example, the good ending is Badger. Badger has been making his own videos and content for 11 years now. He has no editors. He has no one else besides himself and us in the Badger group who make the jokes for him.
Wow.
We contribute 1%. He does the 99%. He does the editing. He does the motion cap. He does the text. No, that's not the right word. Captions. He does everything, the script, all that. That's all his own. He himself has felt burnout before, but he knows he has to make the video anyway. You have to make it regardless. No one cares that you're depressed. Put the video out anyway. No one, like, if you need some time, like maybe there's a day where you pull back, watch TV, eat your favorite food, take a drive through the mountains, whatever you got, you can do it, but you still have to put it out. The bad ending would be my friend Tuxbird. Him and Badger were both making content around the same time about the same game, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Both of them felt burnout from the game. Badger said, I'm done. I'm just going to switch games and keep being the person that I am.
Okay.
Tux did not. Tux stuck with the game, even though he hated the game. It was full of cheaters. He didn't like the content he was making, and it completely and utterly, it was burning him out. So instead of dealing with it and making the video, he just slowly stopped, and then he started openly telling his chat, I'm depressed. I can't do this. This sucks. All those things. And I watched, as sad as it was to say, I watched as his viewer count just slowly crumbled down.
Yeah.
Because none of those people were there for the person behind the camera. They were there to laugh. And it's a sad truth, but you're basically an internet clown.
Yeah.
And no one wants to go to the circus to see the clown sad. They want to hear the clown honk his horn. Or they want the clussy, whichever one, whatever happens first. But one person's career kept going, and now he's close to 4 million subs. The other person's career has completely stopped, and I don't know what Tux is up to these days. And he could have fixed it. He could have come to friends. He could have found a new game. He could have dealt with it. But he didn't. He brought it to his chat, and chat said, it's not my problem, and they left. He still has his own community, the diehard fans, but his growth is gone. It is all just no incline, all decline from here.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth of it. Some people, you will get burned out. No one wants to do the same thing every day. Yeah. We're not built to do that. We are creatures of habit, but we also like different habits. Doing the same thing every day makes you sad, makes you depressed, it makes you angry, it makes you burn out. Which is why we do things to not burn out, like go paint a book, make a song, make a video, make a TikTok, exercise. The opposite of exercise, eat. Whatever works. You need to find that balance to deal with your burnout.
Yes.
But never make it your chat's problem, and never make it your subscribers, your viewers' problems. The only person's problem should be his friends, like Roy said, friends, a professional, or the nuclear option, which is bundle it all up and then just explode eventually. But try not to do that one. Try to find a professional. If you have no friends, try to find a professional. If you have no professional, you live in a very weird alternate universe where not a single therapist exists.
Yeah.
So
yeah, professional mental and medical help is so underrated. Oh my God. Please be willing to see therapy. It actually works, even if it's just to have somebody to talk to, because especially you're paying them to listen to you. So, and yeah, everything you said, I agree with. It sounds like we're on the same page in that regard. And yeah, the burnout thing, it's control your burnout. Don't let it get to the point where it stops you from making content or making good decisions.
Oh wait, I forgot to add one more thing.
Oh, go for it.
Quit. It is perfectly fine to quit. If you are getting consistently burned out over the same thing over and over again, you're not meant to be a content creator. There is nothing wrong with quitting content creation. It is a self-employment. For the most part, you can live your life and no one will put a gun to your head and say, become a content creator. Some people end up in horrible situations, like the current bald man that is going around the internet and forces people to do things. But for the most part, you yourself are the one that said, I want to make this YouTube video. I want to make this stream career. I want to make this TikTok career. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
People become TikTok famous? Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah, so you decided that. You also can decide, I'm not with it. And then you can leave. There was a 5-month period where I was just like, I don't feel like making content. I'm just gonna focus on my job. So I just left. And then I came back and did it again because I enjoyed doing it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with quitting. People will be sad. Your diehard fans will be sad. And if you make a, what is it called when VTubers quit?
Graduation.
You make a graduation post. Yes, people will come out.
Thanks for buying a cup of coffee.
Is it bad luck to say it? Is it one of those things where you're not supposed to actually say it out loud?
What, graduation?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, even if it is bad luck, that's stupid. Like, I don't believe in that type of superstition. I just hate the word graduation. Like,
it's weird, right?
It's an idol culture thing from Japan. Like, they graduate from the idol group and back into the real world, essentially. But, like, because Japan generally treats their VTubers like idols, they call it graduating. So Western VTubers also adopted that terminology of graduation. But for us, it's 99.9% of the time not a good thing.
Yeah, it's just quitting.
So
say you're done.
Yeah. But you know who's not done? Vaporeon Productions with the 5 months. Thank you so much for the support, and I appreciate you. Sorry, I gotta thank our people. Burnout.
Oh,
but
right. Quitting.
Yeah. Quitting. It is okay to.
You're perfectly fine to quit. Yeah.
100%.
And that's why you shouldn't graduate, because if you're quitting, like, for example, my model has no name. It's just the Heavenly Father thing. So if I said I was graduating as Heavenly Father, I would still exist as Heavenly Father. But by saying I'm graduating, people assume that my everything is going to go inactive.
Yep.
But like, I don't, like, it's just be like, I'm done streaming, but I still exist. And you can still watch people. And that's another,
exactly.
We could talk about the things that suck about idol culture.
I mean, Vex just said it herself, because Vex did actually graduate in real life because she earned a degree, but she couldn't say graduation because people would have assumed that she was graduating from being Vex.
That's so silly.
It's so dumb. Now, there is a question that I saw that I want to follow up on, just because you brought up things like Rainbow Six, and it was a question kind of in the middle of everything. And I do want to tackle this because I disagree. But so simply give the crowd everything they want, right? So would that be the go-to trending games?
No.
Oh, no.
No, please, no. I've made the joke a million times. Do not be the person that streams Valorant for 18 hours a day and say nothing.
Yes.
Don't do trending games. Do what works for your community.
Yes.
Like, Roy, are you a big FPS player? Are you a big FPS streamer?
No.
Would you like to stream Apex right now?
Not really.
That'd be a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Even though Apex is very popular, that'd be a horrible idea for Roy.
Yeah.
Roy's community comes here and expects just chatting or very simple games or things where you can interact directly with your audience.
Yes.
Playing Apex, he is glued to the stream the whole time. He is trying to gun people down. He may not even be the best at it, which can be frustrating. And when you're frustrated, your chat can tell when your chat can tell when you're jokingly frustrated and when you're frustrated.
Yes.
And if you're actually frustrated on doing something like that, it'll ruin the vibe and no one wants to watch you. I play shooting games. So if I wanted to stream Apex, I could go stream Apex and have a good time. And I excel at shooting games and it works for me. I will get okay numbers on Apex, not the world's best, but best for my community. You want what's best for your community, not what's just best. Trends are not the best thing for you.
Yep.
And that was also another reason I like VTubing, is because Roy, Cabal, Pumpkin, Vex, and I all exist in the same space with models, but each one of those streams I just named are completely different.
100%.
However, webcam streamers, I genuinely feel you cannot tell the difference between them.
Oh no.
It's kind of, I know my friends will crucify me for this, but
is it because you're Heavenly Father?
Yes, with the exception of my friends, because I know them, so everything's fun and shit and like, you know, shits and giggles. Every other webcam streamer I've watched has not had anything to really draw me in. Like the webcam streamers that I do watch are because they're fun and I know them. But if I've tried to find others, I will just leave. Because even though it's like a mental thing in my head, even though I know they can be two different people, because I myself used to be a webcam streamer.
Same.
And the Badger Boys are all webcam streamers, and all of us have different feelings in our streams, but that's because we know each other. But if someone was watching me and then they went and watched Grouse and then they went and watched Goose and then went and watched Badger, they'd be like, it's the same thing 4 times. I'll just pick my favorite. But with a VTubing, each one is a different thing, so you can chop up which one you like and what things you like and what you get from it. Because 4 different just chatting VTubers will be different. One can be talking about their snitties, one can be talking about content creation, one can be explaining horror, and one can be playing music and having another content creation talk that's way more in depth because they themselves are a former or current what's the word I'm looking for? Not content, social media.
Oh, you're talking about Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. So used to work for social media.
Yep.
So it's a different vibe.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I think it's. I'm like, no, you covered everything. You got it.
So yes, do not play trends. Make your own trend. Figure out what works for you.
Yeah. 100% agree. I will say, it is sometimes okay to do trendy things. Just don't make it your bread and butter. Like my bread and butter is the cafe. Like I know that's what people are here to see me for. I know that's why people are Watching the stream, most of the time, it's what I built my brand on. So I will always come back and do the cafe. I also love it. It's the thing that I'm most passionate about. But there are also times where like, hey, I made some new friends and they want to experiment with this new game. Or hey, I made some new friends and they really want to play Valorant. I'm like, you know what? I'll do a stream of Valorant, but then I won't stream it again for like however long. And it's different and it's okay for me because it's an experience. Hey, this is a game that I don't normally play. I'm playing with other content creators. We're making it not about the game, but we're making it about us spending time together and the experience. The game should almost always be a secondary thought. It should always be about the person you're watching, especially in VTubing. And that's exactly what you were saying with the whole just chatting analogy.
Yes, and I realized while I was sitting here, I was thinking about it. It's because a lot of webcam streamers play games mainly.
Yes.
So the game becomes the main focus and other things become the second focus.
Yeah.
With the exception of my friends in the Badger group and the other content creators I play with, like Grizzy and them, the game is not the main focus. The game is like a background noise. The jokes and the vibes are the main focus. Because even in the videos that they put out, well, Badger's different, but the Grizzy and Schmitty and all those guys, the games they put out, the background doesn't really matter. It's just jokes. And whatever they're playing, it can help with the joke. Like,
yeah.
I was literally just recording with them earlier and we were just playing Warzone. But honestly, it was mainly just us like shitting, like just shooting the shit, having fun, having a good time.
Yeah.
And occasionally something would happen in Warzone that would be like, okay, now we're upset. You know, we can complain about Warzone, but then we go back into the jokes.
Exactly.
And it's the same with Badger. Badger has us play, we'll pick a game. Like the last video was CSGO, and CSGO jokes were maybe 2% of the video. The rest of it was just jokes and having fun.
Yes.
And just shitting. And then he throws in the SFM and the mocap and it makes it even funnier.
Yeah.
Same with VTubing. A VTuber can have a theme. Then from that theme, they can bring new content into the theme.
Yeah.
Because it can be interviews, videos, music, art, games also. There are VTubers who are really good at games. Like, oh my God, his name is literally 3 letters and I'm forgetting it right now. He just debuted
RPR.
recently. He plays, thank you. RPR is amazing at Apex.
Yeah, 100%. That's his bread and butter.
And he's still a good entertainer.
Yep.
And still able to keep chat involved in a way different than webcam streamers, at least for me.
I agree. No, I 100% agree with that. All right. Well, do you feel like we tackled that enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no trends unless it's Stray. If you want to play Stray, go ahead and play Stray.
Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely do that. Also, hi, Miss Moonifine. I saw you there. Much love to you as well. And if we have not said hello to you, welcome into the stream, everybody. We're glad you're here, and we hope you're enjoying yourselves. Remember, if you want to have a question answered, be sure to use the highlight message command. That way I can see them. I am taking down as many as I can on the sides. That way we can tackle as many as we can. I did see one that I want to tackle on, even though it wasn't in order. I might be doing that occasionally if it feels like it adds to what we were just talking about. I did see a burnout related question, and since we were just talking about that, I feel like we can go right back into it. I saw Icy Sylvie ask, do you think VTubers complaining about being lonely is along the same lines of burnout? I feel bad just telling them to go find friends elsewhere. Most people just care about your entertainment value.
No. Burnout and the VTuber loneliness thing is a different thing.
Yeah, I agree.
VTuber loneliness thing, I think, genuinely comes from the very young amount of people who are VTubing. And it also comes from a disconnect in what some people think VTubing is versus what some people think what other people think VTubing is. For one half of the community, VTubing is a new medium in which you can do content creation. For the other half of the community, VTubing is the anime club where everyone has OCs and we all hang out together. And a lot of times those groups will mesh on accident, which is why you'll see some VTubers will go, hey, I don't have a lot of friends in the VTubing space. Would anyone want to be my friend? And another thing where you cut in half of those posts are engagement bait, and the other half are people who are legitimately lonely. There are people who will make those posts because they want big VTubers or medium-sized VTubers or someone in particular to like it and comment so that way they can open the DMs to that person. Mm-hmm. Kind of like those old Facebook posts where it'd be like, had the worst day of my life, and then you comment and you're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I can't talk about it, but then their best friend comments and they're like, oh my God, girl, it was blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they were not talking to you. They were indirectly talking to their friend. Yep. But the other people who are like, I'm so lonely in the VTubing space, I can't really make friends. I can't do this, and that. They're very much just finding VTubing either isn't for them or they thought it was something completely different, which sounds the same, but it's like some people think, oh, I'm gonna go into VTubing and have so much fun.
Yeah.
Other people go, I'm gonna go into VTubing and make so many friends. And those can be two different people. They can also be the same person. And when you find that a lot of people treat VTubing as a job, which it is, they get sad and they're like, I have no friends and no one wants to hang out with me, and et cetera, et cetera. But also, content creation is a very busy job. There are no off days. There will be times when you have to just be friendless. It just kind of happens.
Ooh, I want to tag in there. Okay. There are days that you're going to be friendless, but those are the days that your community is for. Because if you are feeling down or you're feeling like, man, I could really use some company, look to your community. I just started doing community days to kind of help with that. And then also to thank Ramaya for the raid.
Is it Ramaya?
Yeah, what's going on, Ramaya and Raiders? Welcome in, everybody. My name is Zonga. Roll that R. As always, today, I'm joined by the most driptastic. That's a word, right? It is now. It is now. The most driptastic VTuber this side of 3D VTubing. It's Heavenly Father.
I can't see the chat right now. Are they using the foot emote?
They are using the foot emote.
Every time.
Ramaya, welcome in, and welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for bringing all these wonderful people over. Like I said, my name is Roy. I'm a bunny barista VTuber specializing in the voice acting and housing this cafe called the Cup of Dust, where I bring in various VTubers from the internet. We do a little improv sketch comedy combined with roleplay. Sometimes we do important content-related conversations, which is what we're doing tonight. Like I said, this is Heavenly Father. We're having a great time, so if you have any questions, pull up a chair, kick your feet, because it's morphin' time.
Speaking of Ninja Storm, how do you feel about it?
Fantastic. Really, I think it's a very underrated season.
Top 3?
No, top 10 though.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
My top 3.
It's definitely a top 10 season. I can understand why people would put it in a top 3. Not a top 10 for me. Fantastic though.
I did stop after, oh god. So it goes Ninja Storm, Wild Force, right?
So
SPD.
Wild Force went into Ninja Storm, then Dino Thunder, then SPD.
Dino Thunder. Okay, so I stopped at SPD. That's where I stopped. Okay. So that's why I don't even think that is 10 of them.
You missed a top 3 season, unfortunately, but I'd say you kind of picked like a good point-ish to stop, because the end of the Disney era was rough and the Neo Saban era was garbage. Yeah.
What a shame. What a very bad.
They're coming back. It's coming back though. Hasbro has the reins now. They're trying real hard. Top 3 though for me: Dino Thunder, Time Force, RPM.
RPM. I don't think I watched RPM.
RPM is like 5 seasons after SPD.
Damn.
Yeah, it's real good. It has the Red Ranger is I always forget his name, but have you ever watched Jessica Jones?
Yes.
You know her druggy like roommate or like friend?
I'm trying to remember his actor name.
I can never remember it. I always really bad. But he is the Red Ranger in RPM.
Shit. I remember his name. Oh man.
But regardless,
anyway,
Power Rangers aside, hello Secret Subject as well. I know she is also a huge Power Rangers fan. I'm glad to have more Power Rangers fans. We need more Power Rangers, we need more Toku. Anyway, yeah, with the whole like loneliness thing, like Icy Sylvie was asking about, versus burnout. I agree with you. I think burnout is a completely different thing versus loneliness. And I also agree that I think people that are asking about maybe things like when people are saying like, hey, I don't have a lot of friends, they are definitely realizing that maybe VTubing isn't for them. Because I think the analogy you used of some people are using it as a new content creation medium. Mm-hmm. And then there's the people that are using it like, hey, this is Anime Club and we all get to be, you know, funny and have fun together. It's those two sides. Not only do they mesh sometimes, but they usually butt heads. There's usually a lot of like, hey, you shouldn't use VTubing for money, or hey, you shouldn't make a business out of this. Like, I'm just trying to have fun. Like, leave me alone.
Wait, people say that?
I've been hit with it a couple times. Yeah.
What the hell? Wait, what? That? Huh?
Yeah, there was do you remember, I don't know if you were super active on Twitter then, it might have been during your break time, but there was a trend of we're canceling VTubers for hot takes. And my hot take was about content creation and that you need to actually create content to grow as a VTuber. And someone was like, yeah, well, I'm just using it to be friends with people and like have fun. I'm like, then this isn't for you. Like, this conversation isn't for you. I'm talking for the people that want to, like, they got pretty heated for it, you know?
That's a hot take. You need to create.
People don't know. People are like, what do you mean I can't just play Valorant for 8 hours and not speak?
Wait.
Why am I not Iron Mouse?
Hold on. It's called VTubing, and like that comes from YouTube.
Yes.
And, like,
people don't get that.
You have to. You can't just say I'm a YouTuber without putting out a video. So why can't you say you're a VTuber without streaming?
Yes, it's 100%. I agree with Icy Sylvia again. She's following up with, there's a lot of VTubers that don't want to create content. It's true. And I think those are the people that as they continue on with VTubing, they'll find that some of their friend groups shift and they lose friends because some of their friends do want to create content and they're moving up into new and bigger things. Not better things or not different or not away from that person intentionally, but they're creating content and they want to explore more things where other people just want things to stay the same. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're complaining about being lonely and your friends are changing, maybe VTubing isn't for you. Like Heavenly Father said.
That's, man, VTubers are crazy. I'm just trying to think of a webcam stream and be like, yeah, there's no point in streaming. Like, you shouldn't make money off of Twitch after being affiliate.
I know.
Like, what do you think the subscriber button is there for? For a funny alert? Like, what the?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating in that sense. It is an annoying conversation to have, but it is one that exists because I will hear that question all the time. What if I just want to have fun and I don't care about numbers? Then why are you in this conversation? It's not for you.
Yeah, then do it. I have fun. I don't do it for the numbers. I genuinely have fun. That's why if I streamed as much as I was in everyone's chat, I'd probably be a better streamer. I do this for fun. You are allowed to do it for fun, but you can't get pissed if someone does it for money.
Yep. I agree.
It's goofy. Yeah. That's goofy.
100% agree. All right. There's one like small question tied to it, but we kind of went over it already. It was how could you reach out to people when you have an anxiety that hinders doing just that, which I think also goes to how do you get over the anxiety of trying to interact with other content creators and VTubers?
Yeah. I can't tell you that. I have no anxiety. One, I don't fear any VTuber. None. If y'all were so strong, put on a webcam.
Hey, I had one on. My face is still all over the internet. You can find me, no problem.
But seriously, I fear no other person. The worst someone can tell you is no for VTubing.
Yep.
No, they like, I get that hearing no can be very horrible to you as a person.
Yeah.
And I understand that social anxiety is a real thing. However, either get over it or you just have to deal with it. Like there's nothing you can do besides either meditate for it, or do whatever you can to fix your anxiety, or realize that there are some hurdles you just can't cross.
That's true.
Like I can't climb a mountain right now. I'm a big person almost. I'm a big guy, and if I try to go climb a mountain, I die. I'm not going to ask the mountain to shrink for me. I'm just going to either get in shape to get up the mountain, or just go, you know what? Maybe mountain climbing isn't for me. Yeah. So if you can't reach out, either find someone who can reach out for you, like like my friend over there think you cute.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're back to like the note passing in elementary school.
Or you just have to. Oh, sorry, I lied. There's another answer. You can do what Badger told me. Get so good at what you do, people come to you.
Yes.
That's the other answer. I forgot about option C. Yes. You can be so good at what you do, people will come to you instead. Yeah. And even people that you dislike, people who hate you will come to you. And I have a funny story about that, but I can go into that later.
Okay. I kind of agree with you in some of that sense. I have a very slightly different experience with it, because like I do get anxiety for talking to people sometimes, mainly because of difference in number sizes. So there are content creators that I look at that I'm like, oh my God, this person would be amazing to have on the cafe. I think we would have such a great time. I think the content would be great. I think it would be great for both of us. But translating that into asking them to come to the cafe feels weird sometimes, because unfortunately in the VTubing community especially, content creators and VTubers are what's the phrase, accused of being clout chasers consistently.
That word pisses me off so God.
It's overused. It's not represented properly. Like generally, like if I ask people on, it's just because I think we can make good content regardless of their number size. Like, and of course, like, numbers also do matter to some capacity when you're trying to grow. Like, obviously I'm going to be happy about a 10 average viewership when I was just at 5. But I'm not going to go chase person X, Y, and Z because they have 30,000 viewers. I'm going to chase them because I think they can make good content with me. You know? We want to make good content.
Yes, because that's what we're doing. That's
Yes.
the reason the word clout chaser is so prevalent is because of that other group of people I was talking about that treat it like a social club.
Yes.
It is making things. You can be a colleague. You can be a friend. You can be a friend and colleague. You can be a colleague and not a friend.
Yep.
You can have someone on your stream or reach out to someone and do something with them because it's mutually beneficial for the both of you.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. If someone wants to have you on their stream or you want to have someone on your stream, you should reach out to that person if you genuinely think you'll mesh together, even if they say no. Because I've reached out to people and they've either not responded or they just said no. And I'm like, okay, they either didn't want me on the show or they didn't want me on their stream or they didn't want to hang out with me or they may just genuinely have like anxiety or something. And that's perfectly fine.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are on here to make the shmoney, make the moves.
Yeah.
And having a bigger person on is fine. You're free to ask those people. They're big for a reason. So you're going to ask those people for help. It is helping. Having people back and forth will always help.
Yeah, 100%. I think to tag on something that you were saying too, about the make content so big that people come to you. It's funny because so I have a very interesting coming up with VTubing because I came in from speedrunning. So I made that transition. And I basically had nothing because when I first started VTubing, I didn't really have like an idea of content that I wanted to make. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm playing games, I'm watching content, I'm like talking to some people, but like I asked like so many people for the wrong reasons to collab. Like I had the bad interactions of like someone that I talked to once in like someone else's stream chat. I would slide in their Twitter DMs and be like, you want to collab? And like, we've never talked before. And I made those mistakes. The important thing to know, and the thing that I learned, and unfortunately it was a very hard lesson for me to learn, when you want to do a collab with somebody, especially if you're quote unquote worried about people calling you a clout chaser, which again is a dumb phrase anyway, bring something of value to the table. I did not start reaching out to half the people that I've had on the cafe until the cafe started doing better. Because while I felt the idea was going to be well after, the first couple of streams, I didn't feel like I had anything to offer to incentivize them to coming on. Because yes, I think it would be great, but it would be great for me. I think it would be a fun stream. I need to be able to show them that, hey, this is good for you. You will also have a fun time. Your viewers will probably like this. I want to make it mutually beneficial for both of us to be a business interaction. And maybe we can become friends out of it too. So.
Yeah. 100% fine.
Whew.
Also, clout chasing is just... Clout chasing... There are real clout chasers. There are people out there who genuinely use people. Also, sorry, it looks weird. I'm cleaning my glasses. 1 second.
You're good. No worries.
Okay, there we go. So now it won't look as weird. There are people out there that genuinely use people. They'll show up, they'll talk to you 5 seconds, they'll get the big raid from you, and they'll never speak for you again. When that person comes into your life, you just learned a lesson. That's it. That lesson was that person sucks.
Yep.
There are also people who will call you a clout chaser because they hate on you.
Yep.
That's it. They don't want you to succeed because you succeeding makes them feel bad because, well, why are they getting that many viewers? I'm doing all this and it's not working. Well, they put in extra work or they got to the right person or they greased the right palm or whatever happened, but they got bigger because they did something that you didn't see. So tough it out. I've been called a clout chaser. The first time I showed up in a Badger video, I got called a clout chaser. I didn't even know who the guy was. I had never seen one of his videos and I just went, I don't care. Call me whatever you want. But also, I think that just comes from being a minority because people will call you a lot of things and you just go, well, that's not me. But you don't have to, if you spend every day correcting what people think about you, you would probably never get enough sleep. Like, who gives it? If they don't matter, who cares?
Yeah.
It's only if it's like the president or like the grand poobah of the universe is like, yeah, you suck. Then it's like, okay, let me prove to you I don't suck. But if it's just some 14 follower account on Twitter or some unaffiliated, hasn't even gotten the subscriber button Twitch account calling you a clout chaser, who cares? Yep. They're not paying your bills.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I mean, I see Queen Nazara asking any advice for wanting to interact with bigger VTubers without coming off as a clout chaser. I just want to meet my idols. We're basically answering that now. We're basically saying like, bring something of value to the table and coming from a perspective of making content. Don't go into it being like, they're big, I want to make content with them. Go into it like, oh, this person's really funny. I think they would bring an interesting twist to the content that I have an idea for. I think that's a better way of approaching it. Like, Heavenly, I've been meaning to talk to you sooner than I did. But like, I recently started watching your content again because, you know, you came back. And I've seen you talk a lot about content creation and your journey and things like that. And I was like, you know what? Let me have him on. We'll do a content clinic. We'll get to know each other better. We'll get to talk to our audience. And that was the idea. And I thought it would be mutually beneficial that we both get to kind of explain our stories. We get to talk to audiences and we get to share this information, this vat of wisdom that we have with other people to hopefully help them, you know?
Yeah.
So
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Don't think big, think personality, or think content. Because at the end of the day, we're content creators. And if you're trying to reach bigger people, there needs to be a good reason other than I want to be friends with them. Because that's like, why do you want to be friends with them? Is it because they're big, or is it because you actually like, you know?
Also, if the bigger person calls you a content creator, screw them anyway. They're a jerk.
You got a cloud chaser?
Or a cloud chaser, sorry.
Damn, people call me a content creator? Shit. I'm out, man.
That's a slur around these parts. But if the
they hit me
bigger
with the
person calls
CC.
you a clout chaser,
Yes.
screw that person.
Yeah.
They're probably a jerk anyway.
100%.
If they're so busy guarding their clout, something's wrong with them. Either A, they have a skeleton in the closet you might find out, or B, they may have been lied to about what you are, and that's just a whole different thing that can happen, and that's like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
But even still, they're probably still just a jerk. Now, if you are a happy clout chaser and you're proud of it, then I don't know, get your bag, I guess. It worked for Greek God, it can work for everyone else.
Content creator, them fighting words. You're right. You're right. Put up your dukes. All right. Do you feel like we covered that pretty well?
Yes, I don't think there's anything to add, and if it comes back, it'll just come back around.
We can always revisit topics as we go on. I just want to make sure that it feels like we've at least come to a relatively okay conclusion with the question before moving on to a new one. And remember, guys, if you want to ask us questions, use that highlight message feature, the channel point reward. That way we can get it down into a doc, and I can read off of them later. I'm trying to go in order-ish, or if I see something in chat that I think is relevant. There we go.
Oh, my Spotify stopped.
Oh,
Sure.
no. You got to fix that shit.
Okay.
Okay. Let's change gears a little bit, because the next two questions I feel like kind of go well with each other. And I feel like this might be more of a business related question rather than a personality or like how do I talk to somebody. For you, what makes and or breaks a VTuber as far as design goes?
For design?
Yeah.
Personally, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Your design can be horrible, it can be beautiful, it can be extraterrestrial, you can be a little guy, you can be a little eye, you can be a bunny, you can be a crab, you can be a guy, you can be a girl, you can be a demon, voidling, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as it's there, then that's fine. When it comes to models are a good way of getting someone in the door. However, if you talk on an Xbox Live mic, I'm leaving.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Like, the model is cool, and you can show off cool things with your model.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
has
of course.
Great toggles, and other people have awesome toggles. But if your content is literally just look at my model and its toggles, I don't think you'll last very long.
Yeah, you have to be able to create that content. The content, like you can. Sorry, continue because I'm about to go on off a tirade.
I was basically just gonna say, make sure your computer is functional, make sure your mic isn't horrible, and if you do have a horrible mic, you can play into it like Tyler One. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because that is his content.
Yeah. And know the limitations of your computer. Also, know some programs can be pains in the ass. Like Apex will forever not have an FPS cap, so it will use every resource that your computer has. However, there are workarounds to it where you can literally go into the code or use NVIDIA, and you can cap Apex at 60 so your stream stops stuttering and you'll stop having issues.
Truth.
Something I learned a year into streaming Apex. I was a pain in the ass.
I can only imagine. Before I get into mine, hello Honeycomb. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for being here.
It's Cub?
It's Cub.
Oh my god.
They apparently are excited about this question.
I know them. I just realized I've been saying their name wrong.
Wait.
I'm saying honey cube.
It's KUB. Why would it be cube? What?
It made sense in my mind.
Why would it be cube?
I don't know.
Do you spell ice cube K-U-B? Ice K-U-B?
You spell cub with the K?
You can. Why not?
And you can spell cube with
Oh my god. Next you're gonna tell me you can spell cube with a Q.
Theoretically.
Oh my god, I hate it here. Alright, stream's over.
I don't know why I'm so sorry, honey. I am so sorry.
Well, they're a bear, so like that's the thing. Like honey
Yeah,
cub,
I know.
bear.
And it
you
made
know?
sense, but I was just every time I read it, I just
You're fine. Listen. No one's gonna clip it. It's not gonna be out of context. It's not gonna end up on, you know, any social media platforms. It's just that's it. No one's watching right now. We don't have any viewers. Nobody's
If you do
here.
clip it and put it on TikTok, use the hashtag Russian Badger. It'll help with the numbers.
I'll let you know about that. But anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, designs.
Oh yeah, designs.
And
yes.
what makes or breaks a VTuber. I actually have a different take than you do on this. I think this is the first thing that we don't necessarily agree on. While I agree theoretically, from your perspective, that you can be whatever you want to be. If you're going in for like that anime club aesthetic of like, hey, we're here to be friends, and I'm here to just have a good time and spend time with friends, things like that. Obviously, do whatever you like. Do what makes you happy. If you're thinking about business aspect to it, there are actual design changes and things that you can look at from a VTubing perspective. Because at the end of it, your VTuber model is your brand. It's your stream mascot, essentially. People are coming and that's the first thing that they're seeing, and it's what they associate with your name, they associate with your brand, they associate with your everything, you know? Your emotes too, like they're generally your character or your VTuber model or something like that. Every VTuber does that. So it's important that you have something that represents you at a core level that also, and again, this is from a business perspective, that is easily recognizable and distinguishable from other people. Vexoria is a great example of this because like if you silhouette her, you immediately know who she is regardless of whether she's silhouetted or not. Are you okay?
I'm thinking of my silhouette.
I think you're pretty recognizable too, honestly. I think your design is super unique and in a good way. And I like look at you and I'm like, I immediately know. Like I could see like a piece of your model, your arm, like your gas canisters, your grenades. I could see that and know you. That's my point.
Okay.
And I think from a brand perspective, that is incredibly important because it's important to be able to distinguish yourself from every other person. Like we were talking about before, and like you said, we are not facecam streamers. So when people go from stream to stream to stream for facecam streamers and they see the same thing, they just go to their favorite. But for VTubers, they're looking for something that they really like. And if they're looking for that, oh wow, this design's awesome, or wow, this design's sexy, or wow, this design is, you know, it calls to me to some degree. It's important that you have that and that it matches and escalates your content. Not that it is your content. Because I 100% agree with you that your model should not be your first concern when it comes to creating content. Your model is there to help escalate and to improve on and to help make the situation and the scenario better. I rebranded, redebuted, however you want to call it, into this barista form because I'm housing a cafe and it fits the aesthetic, you know? Vexoria is a snake goddess and hers is the hissing depths. It's got these Egyptian themes to it and tombs and that twang to it, you know? Tricky, another example. You know, she's got her mummy vibes and the harpy pharaoh stuff.
True, very true.
Kage is a ninja, so he's got all the ninja aesthetic stuff. Like this, that's the big thing. If you don't have that brand or that brand recognition, it can hurt you sometimes because people could look at you and then forget you. Unless your content especially speaks. So.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's you can have a model that just random pain in my tooth. What the?
Oh, I thought it was because you sharted.
That's just very horrible timing. You ever shart your tooth out?
Apparently so. But yeah, I think aesthetics are important to some degree. It shouldn't be your first or your second concern, but I still think it's important enough that it shouldn't be forgotten entirely. VTubers can be anything, so you should want to be something that's sexy or that represents you or that helps elevate your content to the next level, rather than it just being, hey, I'm a sexy, big-breasted dommy mommy, and that's all you are.
God. Those two words.
The dommy mommy. Because we do unfortunately see a lot of that aesthetic where people think that they can become famous overnight by going and then going from there. You know, it's not fair.
I'm just saying, if I can't see you and Integra Helsing on the same level, you ain't a dommy mommy, bro.
Oh,
she controlled them.
Sheesh.
I'm putting it out there. If you can control an ageless vampire who lusts for blood and just eating everyone, then yeah, you can say that. But otherwise,
I agree.
We're gonna have to talk.
I'm glad to know how you really feel.
It's like the ultimate dommy mommy right there. She could step on me and I would ask for more.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. I like how Min says it. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. I'm just rolling with it. You have a great design though, and a great aesthetic, and you roll with it. Like, it's super.
You can pick people up.
Yeah, Min can also snap me in half. I'm like Batman. 100%. She's like Bane.
Oh God, I wish that was me.
I hope that helps though, and I hope that I don't put anybody down that just goes, oh well, my VTuber model or my design isn't great. I mean, make your content better then. There's a VTuber model is one piece of the puzzle, but I still think it is a piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So
why am I the way I am? Oh wait, that's right. Someone drew fan art. That's why. I forgot how my model came to be. Now I remember.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah. Someone drew a very nice piece of fan art. Then I just made the rest of it a thing. Otherwise, I probably would have just been a little crab guy. I kind of still want to be a little crab guy. If I ever go 2D, it's just gonna be a little crab. It wouldn't be this model.
I love it. I mean, do it. Like if your content sings to it and works with it, have fun. Enjoy yourself.
I'd be a cacodemon, but I don't want to get sued by Bethesda.
Understandable. Be little crab. Yes, it's true. I've also been working on my content lately, and what I want to do feels so lost sometimes, but I do want to make something I can be proud of. I feel like that's a pretty admirable goal. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make things that you're proud of. If anything, that's the better thing. Like, you're on the right track for that sense.
Making when you feel lost, I can understand feeling lost with content creation because there's so many choices on what you can do and what you can make. Mm-hmm. But you should honestly just make the thing that you want to see. Yeah. Most of the people who make things are making the things they want to see. Like, with the exception of like you can even look at outside, like franchise movies. With the exception of franchise movies, most movies you see are something that someone wanted to be made.
Yes.
Romance movies, horror movies, action movies. You know, obviously there are things like the Marvel series, the Jason Bourne series, and the whatever
Mission Impossible,
Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible, all those. Yeah, but Star Wars started out because George Lucas mixed a bunch of his favorite inspirations together. Like was it Journey to the West, Tale of Two Kingdoms, I think it was called?
Tale of Two Kingdoms.
Vietnam War, apparently, like all sorts of stuff. He just mixed it together.
Of the Three Kingdoms.
Yeah, he mixed it all together, added some weird midichlorians and funny lightsabers, and made it going. Many romance novels and books are from people who just want to have a great relationship, or they wrote fan fiction, and then it turned into a $1 million vampire trilogy.
Oh my God, it's so true though. It's so true.
What's it from? It was fan fiction of something. What was the? Can't remember. Twilight exists because it's a fan fiction of. Was it Hellsing?
No, I don't know.
God, no.
I was just saying.
Oh my God, why can't I remember what the original story was? Anyway,
I don't know.
Just make the thing you want to see. If you want to see video reviews, make it. If you want to see game reviews, make it. If you want to see interviews, make it. If you want to interview a specific type of person, make it. If you want to sit and make fart noises with your mouth the whole time, make it. Like, just make what you want to see. If you feel like something's missing, make it, or make it not missing. Make it real. Make it. Just make it.
Yeah. I can 100% add on top of that as well. When you're making the thing that you want to see, it's okay to fail. Because failure is a very important part of the content creation process. I talked about this before. August is my 5-year anniversary of content creation as a whole. Also 1 year of model VTubing, but that's regardless. I spent 4 years failing before I succeeded. Not only just with VTubing, just in general. But I did a cooking and baking channel. I did anime reviews. I did Power Rangers related stuff. I did speedrunning. I played casual games. I did fighting games. Like, I have done so many different types of content. And while I love all of those things, I didn't realize what I was better at and what audiences wanted to see that I also wanted to see. There's a spillover, and there's that level that you have to find that works for you and also works for your audience. Obviously get out there and make content, but the number one thing is, if you fail, don't just stop, because you're going to fail and you're going to learn more from that failure than you are from your success. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's very true. Because you can't just, no one's just going to wake up one day and be the ultimate prodigy in what they do.
Yeah.
You have to mess up to know what to do right.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a savant, in which case, congratulations, you just happen to find the right thing you're good at. But like, for the most part, you're going to mess up, and messing up is just life. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
Except me, but everyone else isn't.
Well, that's why we say hallowed be that drip. So
exactly.
Yeah. You just woke up and you looked like this.
Every day I just I look good.
It's funny though, because like I think people do like underestimate how much work a lot of YouTubers have put in to like content creation. It's like VShojo is an example that I like to use a lot. People like Iron Mouse and Yanners. Iron Mouse was like an under 100 streamer average in like 2018, 2019. You know, like she started very much similarly to other people and mastered her craft of entertaining and grew to what she is now. Yanner's very much the same. She's been around for like maybe like half a decade, a little bit longer than half a decade. You know? Damn. Yeah, they've been doing this for a while, and a lot of people will forget how much work went into a VTuber's quote unquote overnight success. I had so many people telling me, they're like, Roy, you just blew up out of nowhere, and I'm like, Dex! Yes.
Because they didn't see you back when you were at the low viewers.
Yes.
But those 10 people who saw you back then are very proud of how far you've come every time.
Exactly.
I don't know where my 10 viewers are. They all left.
I'm here, Heavenly. I'm right here.
I do remember one person's like, yeah, your chat's too big now. And I'm like, bro, there's like 6 other people here. What are you talking about? My fault. I'm not looking at just you now. My fault, bro.
Would I recommend dicks to blow up overnight? Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet, honestly. Just make sure you use protection.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a dick
sound
effect.
That dick sound effect I hear everyone use. I don't. Y'all got some weird trends, VTubers. I hear dicks every time. Like, yo, what? Why?
Do you not like dicks?
I mean, they're all right. Like, how do you all have that same sound bite?
I don't know. It's in sound alerts. I think it's funny. You know. It also
me too.
You know. It helps in improv situations. It's the same like with like my clothes being taken off, because I'm just like, oh no, a shirt popped off my butt, or my shirt popped up, button popped off my shirt, and then we get to improv it into a new situation. It gives me an easy transition into something else.
It is just a good segue.
Yeah, exactly. Dicks are always a good, conversation point.
I wish a shirt could pop off my butt.
That popped off my butt. That's not why I want to pop off my butt. I definitely don't want a shirt.
That was a pretty loud one.
That was a good one. Apparently, Icy Sylvie wears condoms on her horns every night, or needs to. How many shirts were on his butt? More than you'd like to know. Anyway.
Continuing.
The next question was kind of like leading into that, which I don't know how to exactly answer this, because I feel like it's just a vague question. What's the best way to find an artist to make clothes if you already have an avatar? I mean, I
have my one artist. He's the only one that touches my models. I guess I don't know the process of finding an artist besides word of mouth. Like, that's how I found mine. Mine came from Cabal, because Cabal made his model, and he's like, yeah, here's a very good guy. So I reached out to him.
Yeah.
And I assume that's like, if you already have a model and you already have it done and everything, just go to the person you already have. Why go to a new store when you already have it?
True. And then you morph.
Then you morph to your new model.
That was good timing. Anonymous, good job. Good job.
What do you know if Joe can make?
No, I agree. I mean, like, I think it's a kind of a vague question. I mean, like, clothes should be kind of like designed with the model in mind, I feel like. And then if you want to add more stuff later, just go back to your model artist and be like, hey, I have a new outfit idea, you know? I think it might actually be considered rude if you had someone else draw clothes on top of your current model. I agree with that. Like, why not just go back to your original model artist and be like, hey, I have an idea for a new outfit. Help me out. And work with
Unless
them.
they're like the world's worst like person. Like if they're a horrible client, then yeah, obviously you would want to switch. But like I don't know.
At that pace though, just find a new artist. Like if they're really that bad for you, then just it's not personal, it's business.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting question.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a topical question that I just probably missed the context to. Somebody asked, what if you're self-promoting Twitch? What do you do? I don't know the context for that.
I think they meant on Twitter. If you're using your Twitter specifically for self-promotion, you've messed up your Twitter.
Probably.
And if you're trying to self-promote on Twitter as Twitch, if you're trying to promote your Twitch on Twitter, use a picture like Roy said, use a video, use an image, or not image, use a, what are those things called?
GIF.
Did you do sound bites?
Yeah, you can do sound bites.
Use a sound bite. Yeah, but if you put a link, you're just gonna lose. Like, there's nothing more you can do. I guess you could say like link in bio or something.
I know a lot of people do that. Yeah.
I think they're starting to crack down on those specific words also. So it's
maybe.
Just you can't really do much besides make a YouTube video and pray TikTok doesn't ban you. But like YouTube videos are probably the best call to action because you can put it in the video, especially put it within the first minute, then people will definitely see it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you can do. And like you can put it in TikTok, but like TikTok might ban you. And like I said, Twitter will just fight you.
Yeah. True.
Also, what Mintmoo said is very true. Twitter followers do not translate into Twitch viewers.
No, they do not.
If my Twitter follows watched every one of my streams, I'd have 46,000 viewers. But when I tweeted once how many people know I stream, I got a lot of people going, you stream? So like a lot of people will stick to the platform they see you on. Like I know for a fact Badger's average video gets about 4 million views. 3 to 4 million views.
Shit.
However, when he does stream, he gets about 3,000 viewers because
yeah,
most people, one, will only want to watch the highlights, which is what the video is, and two, a lot of people just don't like Twitch. They just don't like the idea of live streaming. It makes no sense to them, which is also true.
Yeah, I don't.
And like moving is, it's like extra work. Like you know when, like I'm sure when Ludwig and Sakuno and Tim all left for YouTube, I'm sure there were plenty of people who were like, I'm gonna follow them. As there were plenty of people going, I'll wait for them to come back.
I forgot about Tim the Tap Man. I'm not gonna lie.
See,
I forgot. Well, I don't know. Like I was never really like one to watch him, but like I remember seeing like clips of him like all the time, and just after he swapped to YouTube, I'm gonna be real. I have not seen anything about him. Does he like he's still doing things, right?
Yeah. Let me go look.
Tim the Tap Man. Minerva.
No, he just had a huge party recently, so I'm sure there's a video.
Listen, good for him. I think he's hilarious from what I did see of him back when he was on Twitch. But like, he just doesn't show up in any of my feeds or circles anymore.
His videos seem to do okay numbers, and I think his videos and his Twitch, his videos and his streams are separate channels, maybe.
Which they should be because YouTube hates streams for main channels.
I genuinely cannot tell because all his that's another problem with YouTube. Streams and videos
show up in the same place and then are judged the same for algorithm wise. Yeah, YouTube needs to work on that.
Holy shit.
That's why I say they're like 2 to 3 years behind Twitch. As soon as they fix like that kind of stuff and like the numbers game, I think they'll be in a much better place.
Also, one of the reasons you will not hear a lot about Twitch or Tim on Twitch, he likes to play with Doc, and as we all know, Doc is still permanently banned. And if you are permanently banned if you are banned off Twitch, period, you're not allowed to show up in a Twitch stream at all.
Yep.
So,
not even in a voice call.
Yeah, like not even in a voice call. So, like, obviously, if Tim is hanging out with Doc a lot, he will fall off the face of the earth. It looks like they separate the videos and streams.
Yeah, I mean that's a smart thing to do for YouTube.
But yeah, he seems to be doing okay. He's kind of having very minimal success right now, but I think that's just because of Warzone is falling off thing, so you probably need to find a new video. But yes, back on the subject. If you're trying to promote your channel, use other websites other than Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of talked about that before. The best way to here, let me pull on the Harris Heller voice. The best way to grow your platform on Twitch is by using other platforms like TikTok and YouTube. That way you can make clickable, searchable, discoverable content at an easier rate. There you go.
Very true.
There's your soundbite.
Write that one down.
It's so frustrating how many times you have to say that. And like, I understand, like, there are people that are like new to the game. They're like, yeah, I just want to be a pro gamer. And like, I just want to play Apex and like Valorant all the time. And like, why can't I be like Sykkuno or Disguised Toast and just play, you know, Among Us or Fall Guys and just get all the viewers? And I'm like, bro, it don't work like that anymore. Like, VTubing doesn't even work like that anymore. It's not 2013. This isn't Justin TV, and it's not 2022. It's not the start of COVID. Like, you missed both of those trains. You have to play ball like everybody else. There are no instant success stories. Even the people that are becoming corporate VTubers, like Niji Sanji and Hololive, and even VShojo, they're people that were already doing things. I don't know I don't know specifically what they were doing before, because they keep anonymity a lot. But like, they have to, like, for the application processes for both, because I've at least looked at both of them. I haven't applied for Hololive or Niji Sanji.
I had no idea. Wait, they did have applications.
Yeah, but if you look at them, they ask you. Wait, do you ask if I didn't apply?
Oh, I was saying, I wonder if I should have applied. I don't think I would have been a good fit.
I regret not applying for Niji Sanji, honestly.
Is it too late?
Oh yeah. They closed like back in March.
Oh, you would have been a good Niji Sanji person.
I think about it like I could be debuting now, like with the new wave of people.
You like wearing tech wear? They all have a lot of good tech wear.
I do, actually, because that's what my next outfit's gonna be. It's gonna be streetwear, cyberwear.
Perfect.
I'm really
we'll get you in there.
Yeah. No, but I mean, everybody is making content. Everybody is growing to some capacity. People don't become successes overnight. Even the people that are seemingly overnight successes, you don't know the work that they put in before getting to that point, because they had to at least go to the interview process and be like, I might not be Iron Mouse level, but I at least know what I'm doing, and I have a voice, and I'm a voice actor, or I'm a singer, or I'm a gamer, or I'm a musician. I can bring something of value to the table. Because Niji Sanji and Hololive and VShojo are not just grabbing people that are like, yeah, I like to play Valorant. And that being their only resume addendum item thing. It's crazy.
So dumb.
Yeah. Streetwear, cyberwear, hell yeah. I see we have some streetwear, cyberwear lovers. Nice.
I'm very big in tech wear. I've been enjoying it, and I could also rant about that for many an hour, especially how much I hate the cheap stuff.
I feel that. I'm gonna be wearing my first like proper streetwear outfit in at TwitchCon, so I'm really excited for that.
Nice.
Yeah. Dude, that's part of the reason why I've been working out so much, so I could like slim down a little bit and fit into it better.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty excited for that.
That's very good.
Pretty excited for that. All right, let's move on to the next question. So somebody said, sorry for coming in late. Do you have any recommendations for joining a content group that is already pretty oversaturated or has really big people who stream/make videos for it already? I feel like we were kind of talking about that, so I feel like that's kind of relevant.
Wait, joining a big group that's already saturated? Why?
Yeah, it's a why.
Why? What would you gain from that?
Yeah.
Also, just make your own, I guess. I don't know. That's a head scratcher. It's very saturated. If there's people with big numbers, then yeah, the see above where it was just asked them. Like saturated? Like what's a saturated group?
I mean, Niji Sanji is a saturated group. Hololive is a saturated group. VShojo is a saturated group.
I don't think VShojo is very saturated, although I don't know many members besides the three, which are Melody, Zentreya, and Neanders.
There are 10 now.
10?
There are 10. Yeah.
So there's Iron Mouse,
Neanders, Zentreya.
Neanders.
That's 3.
Iron
Mouse, Zentreya, Neanders.
Melody,
there's 4.
That's it. That's all the ones I know.
Okay. There's Fruit.
Fruit?
Yeah.
The one with the green hair?
Yes.
Oh my god, their name is Fruit. I thought that was a nickname. I didn't realize it was an actual name. Okay.
I think they go by Apricot, but they like their actual name is Apricot, but they go by Fruit.
Okay.
Or they changed it to Fruit and it was Apricot. I actually don't know. I've only ever known them as Fruit. I've not known them as Dicks. That's rude.
Dick.
It's rude. Snuffy is not part of VShojo. So Fruit, that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any others?
Nope.
Vebe.
Oh. How the hell did I forget Vebe? I'm an idiot.
Silvervale.
No, I didn't ever heard of that person.
You never heard of Silvervale?
I didn't know much about corporate VTubers until recently. My first VTuber was Fleshy and Cabal.
I feel you. I feel you. No worries. We also have Hime Hajime.
Hajime?
Yeah. She does not really make a lot of content. She's kind of the one I don't expect you to know. If you didn't know the other people. And then...
Oh my god, but it's... Okay, I know who they are.
Yeah, you do. Everyone knows who they are. It's not a well-kept secret.
It's... Huh. Okay. I didn't even know they streamed. I thought they just were a degenerate.
Very, very rarely. It's about as often as Bubby streams, who we all know who Bubby is.
Who's Bubby?
There's a certain monkey that is very common to stream with Iron Mouse.
Oh, I didn't know he had a mod also.
He does.
That's good too. That's good.
And then there's Kason, who just re-debuted with VShojo recently, who is also somebody that we know. We still can't talk about who they are because reasons, but everybody knows who they are. They were another big VTuber.
Wait, am I stupid?
Kason?
Is Kason who I think it is?
It should be.
Are we legally allowed to describe them?
Sure, go for it.
Orange hair.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's them.
I thought so. I was like, they sound so familiar, but you know, some people just sound familiar.
Yeah, I mean, it's them. And then the newest one is Nazuna.
Nazuna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, if you want to join a saturated group like VShojo, give it a shot. I don't know. Fill out an application. I don't know, man.
They had applications a year ago and never brought in anybody. So, the thought process is that they saw the opportunity to pick up Kason and Nazuna and were like, this is our best play. Which, from a business perspective, go play. Go play.
Awful play. Just add them. What?
Go play. Go play. Listen.
What? That'd be horrible. That would ruin the goodwill. That'd be silly.
It did. People are starting to be pissed off about it now. Because
just add your. Okay.
Like I said, people are starting to get pissed off about it now because yeah, it's been over a year or about a year, and yeah.
My opinion, this is just my opinion, don't take it as fact. It sounds like they held applications because other companies held applications and they wanted to look like other companies even though they're not like other companies. So they did the application when they wanted to just add their friend. But that's in my opinion because I know absolutely nothing on this. I didn't even know this happened. That's just really funny to me.
So I genuinely believe they had every intention of going through with those application processes. Like, they really did. But then had the opportunity to pick up Kason and Nazuna and went with them instead. I genuinely think that's what it was.
Could have picked up Buff because I think that'd be funny to just have a dog.
Well, I mean, like, the people have to want to join.
Oh, that also, yeah. But yeah.
So, a lot of people were thinking it was going to be Snuffy.
Did they hang out with VShojo a lot?
I think so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or Haruka Caribou.
That also makes tons of sense.
Or Bao. But Bao is now with a different organization.
They are?
They are technically now a corporate VTuber, as far as I understand it. But like,
oh, that's good.
As far as I know, they're retaining all the rights to all of their content, which is good.
That's very good. That's very good.
Yes. But yeah, don't join an oversaturated group. You're gonna get drowned out by the people that are bigger. They're not gonna do anything to bring you to the top because that's not how it works. It's just like how Twitch is not promoting any of these smaller VTuber content creators. You need to start ground up, make your content, make it searchable, make it discoverable, make it clickable, and network and start to get to know people and bring value to yourself, because other people are not going to do it for you.
Nope.
Yeah.
The only thing a corporation's really good for is getting good deals for you.
True.
It'll definitely help you with that.
It's true.
You have more legitimacy behind you. So if you try to get like sponsorships and all that, it'll be easier because, you know, I'm part of this company versus just being like, I'm the guy who you should give a free mouse to.
I like that. All right. Next is, any advice as far as dealing with a chat that is growing, i.e. more people join, it's getting harder to keep up?
Selective reading.
Yes.
Some people are going to come in your chat and just say something that is meant for your attention. Ignore it. They'll either go away or ban them, and then they will go away. Also, sometimes people in your chat will just say KEKW. You don't really have to read that. Also, people in your chat will just talk to each other.
It's true.
You don't have to read that either.
Yeah.
You can. I do it sometimes. I just be nosy. I just be like, what are y'all talking about? And I read it, and then I go, oh, that's cool. But if you want that cozy feeling, you will either cut off your growth so that way you can keep it, or just become a selective reader and only read what is necessary. Because someone will ask you a question, and it might be a question directed to you. Then you just, you answer it, keep it moving. Or you make a joke and you're looking for a specific response, you get the response. Like if you make a joke like, oh my God, Chad, you won't believe what I did today. And one guy in your chat's like, what'd you do? And then the rest of your chat is going, you did nothing, shut up. You now have a choice for 2 bits. You can either do bit 1, which is, well, I did blankety blank, person who asked, and you're the only person that asked, and I really appreciate you. Or you can do bit B, which is, shut up, idiot. I do stuff, and now you're fighting your chat,
Shut up, idiot.
You get 2 bits, and you can make new bits off of it. But you have to change your mindset from what is basically a group FaceTime chat to I am now entertaining people on a stage.
It's true. There's a lot of streams that you'll see where people will put on a different type of show. Like for my cafe streams as an example, or Takahata as a good example as well. Those are more live shows. They're generally there for interaction with the other people that we have on. So like if this was a normal cafe night, I would be interacting significantly more with Heavenly Father than I would be with chat. But I would be selectively picking out things here and there from people in chat to help enhance the moment. But that's because that's the type of streamer that it would be. Where tonight, we are actively looking at chat for things that we want to respond to, address, things like that. It's like Heavenly Father said, just be selective. If it really gets to the point where like you are having a very hard time keeping up, there's always slow mode, which I don't particularly love. Do I have slow mode on right now? I literally just realized that. What the fuck? Why do I have slow mode on?
I thought that was intentional this whole
time. No!
Welcome back, chat.
Why is slow? I'm gonna blame Kyle.
That is so funny. I saw that and I was like, that makes sense.
I just saw it here. I was like, bruh. I've had it on the last 5 streams. Fuck me.
Oh my God, bro. L. That's crazy.
There's literally no reason for it to be on. My chat doesn't move fast enough for that. Oh, fuck me. Well, I expect the twit longers tonight. Please remember to cancel me in style and in grace. I appreciate you. It's been a fantastic time. I'll see you when I re-debut with Niji Sanji.
Congratulations. Also, try not to get one guide. Getting one guide is like the death of a lot of streamers. If you're doing something and you're having a good time and one guy in your chat goes, you stink, just ignore it. Yeah. Ignore it, ban them, or make a bit out of it. Apparently that's what Joel does a lot, where he'll just fight his chat. I would get really tired fighting my chat all the time. So you can ignore it or you ban it. But if you let that comment rot in your head, don't. You're letting that guy win. Like just let it go. I've had multiple come into my stream and be like, you're awful at this game. I'm like, okay, send me a clip of you being better. Then they get quiet and then I just either ban them or I laugh at them for being a baby.
Exactly.
It's selective reading.
Selective reading. It's funny that you bring up Joel. I fucking love Joel. I love him. He is so freaking funny. Actually, I've taken a bit of what he does with his chat to mine sometimes. Not necessarily like in the always be combative, but like if I see like someone says something off the cuff or someone said something that's just super dumb and stupid, instead of just like shutting down and trying to get a mod to like delete it, embarrass the shit out of them. Use that opportunity for content and turn it back around for something positive for yourself. Don't let them take away from what could be an amazing moment, or hey, they just made a shitty moment, flip it on them. Make it an amazing moment for yourself instead of for them. Because then either they'll be like, you know what, I was being a dickhead, and they'll stick around. Or they'll be like, fuck, I just got roasted, and then get out. And you win either way. Because either you just got a loyal viewer, because 100% people are going to love that, or you just got rid of somebody that would have been problematic. So, I think Joel is a master at handling those situations too. Like, just watching how he just destroys people.
As you should.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Don't be like me. Turn on slow mode intentionally and not unintentionally. Smell that content, baby. Exactly. I probably missed questions. I was so caught off guard by the fact that I had slow mode on. Fuck. I probably should have kept that on. Goose fraba. No, apparently I'm caught up on questions. All right. I've got one other question, then we can kind of go free ball with it. Okay. This one's just personal. D&D VTuber thoughts. Might be pulling back on video games like once a week to D&D. What do you think?
Like having VTubers do wait.
Yeah, like Dungeons and Dragons.
Like they'll be playing, or their characters are in the Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't know. They didn't say.
Huh. I think that'd be interesting. I don't think there's many D&D VTubers off the top of my head. I can think of Zoran, and that's about it. And Zoran's a damn good DM, so you got some pretty high expectations on that one.
Yeah. Oh. There's a good question. But good. Finish that.
But yeah, just do something new. That's interesting. I would think it would be very interesting to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. God, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I would add anything. I don't know. I think D&D's hard. Tabletop games in general has actually become a very saturated market, which is weird. Ever since Critical Role took off on Twitch, it has been very hard to not get compared to them. And I'm not saying don't do it, but if you're trying to approach it from a business and from a content creator aspect, instead of just, hey, I want to do this for fun, you need to find something that really, really, really sets you aside. You need to have a group of people that you really enjoy. You need to have people that are willing to role play, that know the game, or if they don't know the game, that they're willing to learn. You need to put some production value into it, get some music, get some art, get some assets, things like that. And it's fine to not have those things, but you need to know if people are coming to Twitch to watch D&D, they're watching Critical Role, they're watching any other big D&D show, or they're going to the ones that are already with ongoing campaigns. You really have to work hard to set yourself apart for something like D&D. And I love D&D. Don't play D&D on Twitch unless you're already big or you're willing to put insane amounts of effort and money into it. I think. I'm very passionate about D&D, so I look at it a lot.
I've forgotten about Critical Role. Yeah, you're kind of competing against you're competing against the high tier, like Critical Role, and you're competing against Zoran also, and you're competing against everyone else that has their own tabletop thing, which is also hard because a lot of things for tabletop, watching tabletop is not nearly as fun as playing tabletop.
Exactly.
Because like you can Critical Role works because of the high production value, so it's less of a D&D game and more of watching a show.
Yes. Yeah, because they're all professional voice actors.
And Zoran does the same thing. So the D&D is cool, but it's like being told a story.
Hey. This is exactly like we said something before. People are watching for the show and not the game that you're playing. Oh my God, it came full circle.
It all loops back together. It always loops back together.
Look at that.
All together.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
That's amore.
Thank God. I had some people that didn't know that, and I was...
I did not know that. That's like such an Italian staple. I'm not even Italian.
I'm not gonna out them. But yes, if you want to do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're doing it for a business like decision, it's a bad decision. IMO. Unless you're willing to invest an insane amount of money and you have a set of people that are willing to be incredibly passionate about it, learn, and be very entertaining, I think it's a bad business play. Yeah. All right. Kai asks, For smaller creators that don't have the money to hire an editor or the skills to edit things themselves, what would you recommend for them to get their content out there for outreach?
Learn to edit.
I was just about to say that.
If you don't have the skills, you can learn the skills. They're not locked away behind a tech tree or something. You literally just learn the key commands.
I spent my skill points and not tech. What do I do?
Like you genuinely need to learn the key commands, then learn comedic timing or learn important timing. Like if you're going to do video reviews, obviously you want to make the right cuts. Learn how to write a script, learn how to stick to that script, and then just make it. Editing is not something that you have to go to school for. You can learn to edit right now.
Yeah.
Like just basically learn. If you can't pay for it, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
100% agree with you. When I first started with TikTok, I was editing all my own TikToks. I edited my own every piece of content that I did for, I mean, like before VTubing, I was my editor. I had one editor that like helped me with, I think 10 videos total, and I appreciate them for their time. But for the most part, I was editing everything and trying to learn. And the big thing that you're going to learn when you edit your own stuff is what your community likes from you. Because you'll be like, okay, let me experiment in this one video, and you'll do something and it's not well received. And then you change it in the next video and then everyone loves it. And then you immediately realize something that your community likes. So then you take that knowledge of what your community likes and you can share that to an actual editor or to someone that's more experienced, because then it feels like that editor also understands what you and your community are looking for. Learning how to edit and handle your own content is one of the most important things that I think content creators overlook, and that they just assume that you should hire an editor right away. Please make your own content at least for a little bit, like a couple weeks, month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that, just so you understand the process, unless you've been in the game for a long time. But if you're just starting out, learn how to edit. Even just basic, simple editing will help you so much in the long run. Whew.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
That's perfect. You mean that's everything you can say about it.
It's true. All right, let's keep going. How you feeling? You doing all right? We've been going for like 2 hours.
Oh, I'm fine.
All right,
I'm
good.
Fine.
Just making sure. I'm gonna take a quick slurp. Wow, I'm only like halfway done my whiskey too. Ready to party. All right. Might be roasted for this plan, but waiting for some stream assets and PNGs to start PNG tubing. Any stuff you recommend learning / ways to do research? Learn editing. Learning how to edit videos? Learn editing. How Go XLR Stream Deck and trying to plan content for when stuff is done? Learn editing.
You need a Go XLR for it.
Yeah, if you're just starting, unless you're like, all right, I'm jumping the gun into like really, really high quality mic stuff and XLR related, equipment. I think your first thing that you should think about is content rather than quality of your equipment. That's step one. Step one is plan the type of content that you want to make, because being a PNG tuber or not does not matter. There are plenty of PNG tubers that I know have not only made partner, but have been very successful. Basil is one of the, is a hugely successful PNG tuber. He made partner as a PNG tuber. Hasher just became a partner recently. Does a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh content. Awesome personality. Love him. Shoto was a PNG tuber for a really long time and is now arguably one of the most, I don't even say arguably, one of the most successful indie VTubers ever, and started with PNG. PNG is not an excuse to not make content. And it's not an excuse not to learn content. Make content.
Also, what do you need a Go XLR for? Like, it's cool. I have one, but that's only because I wanted to split my audio when I play games.
Yep, me too.
Because I'll be in a Discord call with all of the Badger boys, and sometimes we just get loud and rowdy, and I can't hear the footsteps. So I just turn them down, turn the game up, get my kill or whatever, and then turn them back up. That's about it. And for the sound effects, because they're always, everyone always laughs at the. So just gotta keep it moving.
That's true.
But you don't need all that funny tech at all. You can get it later if you realize it's for you, or you realize it can help you. But for the most part, don't get it unless you genuinely need it.
Yeah. It's definitely true. Did someone say my name? I mean, you are a PNG tuber, and Juzo hit partner as well. You gotta find your craft. You gotta find the content that that works for you. You know?
That's exactly what it is.
It's very important. You gotta know your audience. You gotta make good content. Juzo, I don't know why I didn't say your name right away. I apologize. It's been a night. I've had half a glass of whiskey. But yeah, make content. There's no reason to just invest in equipment in the same way that we tell you don't invest in an expensive model right away. Don't invest in expensive equipment right away. Just make content. Decide what kind of content creator you want to be. PNG tubing is like your time to experiment. Is your time to fail, because as we discussed before, you learn more from failures than you do from successes. So take the opportunity to fail a bunch and decide what you're going to be good with. Also, thank you, Juzo. What does Sculler use for his soundboard auto-tune?
Oh, I'm not telling you.
What trade secret?
Yeah, that's his. It's made by him. He taught us how to do it, but I'm not telling you because he told me not to.
Okay, hey, listen. I'm fine with trade secrets. I'm fine with trade secrets. Okay. I see you. All right, well, let's move on from that. I think this is a repeat. So I think I'm just gonna read one of them. Advice on how to expand your content, e.g. branching away from games to add something new, especially in a niche branch like writing, as opposed to something like art. How do you find an audience, I guess, is the question.
That one is very hard, because the answer to that is to do it and expect to fail.
Yep.
And it's really hard to do something knowing you're going to do it wrong, because your community will be built around something, and your community, well, some people in the community will be built around you. Others in the community will be built around what you do. And if you go from being a super hardcore, extra sweaty, FPS Valorant Pro and Apex Pro and Call of Duty Pro to slowing down and drawing very pretty trees like Bob Ross, a lot of people will leave. However, Pumpkin said this once in her stream, and I wrote this down. Do it for 2 weeks and see what happens. 2 weeks is when you get enough data to really look at the fact whether you should do this, if it's good for your brand or your community or your everything else, and whether you want to do this. Because if you do it for 2 weeks and if the third day you're just like, I can't stand this, obviously don't keep doing it. You're doing it because you feel like you're obligated to, and things you feel like you're obligated to do and you can't fake it, people will notice, especially in content creation. It's one thing as a job, because obviously they don't care. They just want the result, which is you doing your job. Like if your boss is docking your pay because you don't enjoy your job, find a new job. But if you're doing something different and your community doesn't like it, the people who don't like it will typically weed themselves out, and the people who do like it will now come in. Like I used to be a webcam streamer I started in 2019 and I switched to webcam streaming this year. So 3 years of webcam streaming. No, wait, I lied. I didn't webcam stream for the first year. 2 years of webcam streaming, and then one day I turned into a PNG for a little bit, and then the next month I turned into the full model. And I have people come in and they're just like, why are you a VTuber? And it's like, well, I feel like it. Yeah. And I want to. And if you don't like it, by all means, there are tons of other streamers to watch. Please leave. I'm not going to hold you hostage.
Yep.
But just because they don't like it means I don't have to like it. And vice versa. I tried playing, oh God, what was it? I can't remember. It was some game I tried playing, and I got probably the worst views of my life the first time I played. I think I got like 20. When I'd been averaging like 150. I really can't remember what game it was, but it was a game I really liked, and I just played it for 2 weeks, and I went from 20 to like 300 because I cared about it, and my passion was stronger than everyone else spitting on it, so it didn't matter. Yeah. And eventually people just enjoyed what they were watching. You just have to get used to people going, I don't like this. And if that upsets you, get rid of the words, get rid of the sentence, I don't like this. Then they can't type it, and you don't have to worry about it. They'll just leave.
It's true.
You can block sentences in Nightbot, or not Nightbot, in Twitch moderation.
I mean, both.
Yeah, so there's just like, you can't have someone say, I don't like this. It's just like, leave.
Yeah, get out. Yeah. There's
2 weeks.
I like that. That's a good one. That's definitely good. I see somebody just said it in chat and then I answered it. Roy, you mentioned you edit your TikToks. I used to. I don't anymore. I don't have the time. But you asked what software I use. DaVinci Resolve. It's free. Amazing photo editing software. photo and video editing software. False ID uses it to edit every single one of their videos, and they have, you know, the Things VTubers Say channel. So if that adds any credence to it, that's what I use. DaVinci Resolve. Fantastic editing software. Check it out. I just saw that as an easy one, so I was like, we'll just jump on that. I don't know. Do you have any recommendations?
Oh, I use Premiere, but like Premiere's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I need to switch.
DaVinci Resolve is free. Did you know?
Yeah, I need to get to that one. My friend keeps telling me about it. I just never got to it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty nice. They update it all the time. It's compatible with a lot of different video formats, so it's really nice. All right, from the top, if I may, I'm getting my stuff together to start streaming, but one thing I'm kind of stuck on is my actual name. My current name is kind of just a trolley for fun thing, but I want to be more mature while retaining my familiarity with the people I already know. How much does this affect me in my actuality, or am I overthinking this?
What is the name?
I don't think I saw the name. I could probably scroll up and find it.
Depends on what the name is. If your name's like XXX poop fart butt man, that will probably not get you very far. People will think you're joking. But if it's just a silly name, you can be fine with a silly name. Like my friend Fleshy, their first name was Fleshy Deers.
Oh,
they did fine with a funny name like that, and their name currently is just Fleshy.
I love Fleshy. I was just watching them play
Kingdom Hearts. It's a VTuber cat girl, but their name is Fleshy.
Yeah.
You can get away with goofy names, especially if it's something easy to remember.
Their name is Big Booty Raider. Or
yeah,
Ratty.
okay, so
Big Booty Ratty.
Yeah, so that might be a bit of a problem. So you might want to just keep the Ratty and then change it, maybe either make it just Ratty or like Ratty, super Ratty, fun Ratty, goofy Ratty, like, you know, just change the big booty to something else or roll with it. I know someone named Titty Goblin. They're not even a goblin, they're an orc. They just kind of roll with it, you know?
Yeah, oh my god, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. But honestly, I think it depends. I think it depends on what's the type of content you're trying to make. If it's gonna be trolly, maybe a trolly name will work. But generally, like pick something that's like relatively easy for people to remember. Heavenly Father, super recognizable name. Roy Zoga is just something that I'm attached to because I made it up in middle school and I've been using it for everything since 2000 something. I'm not gonna age myself. Almost forgot. Almost aged myself. I made it up during a time and place, and I've been using it for a lot. Yeah. I don't know.
There's also the bat VTuber. Sorry.
The bat
VTuber. Think of their name. They're literally a bat, but their actual no.
Oh.
Oh my god, what is their name? I know their model's name is Moriko, but their name on Twitch is like, oh, it's Bat at Video Games. Like their name is literally Bat at Video Games. Like it's a pun.
That's funny. I like that.
So you can also do that. You can also, if you're a VTuber, you can get away with, oh, this is just a name I made, but here's my real name, and then you now have a name underneath it.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah, I would honestly just say, if you're trying to be serious, I don't know, pick something that works for you. You could try and do something with just Ratty, you know, but definitely take out the big booty aspect of it, unless you're trying to make content that's really funny and horny and memey and things like that. Otherwise, it's gonna be, because content creation, at the end of the day, you need to understand that you have to market yourself to people, and your name is gonna be the first thing generally that people see about you or hear about you. So like when your friends are talking about their favorite content creators, people are gonna be like, oh, I love Heavenly Father, I love Vexoria, I love Party Demoness, I love Jews. Like, there's so many different content creator names, but like then that one person's gonna be like, I love Big Booty Ratty. People are gonna be like, whoa, who? It's all about marketing and perception, because the first thing they see is that name. And it's not, I'm not slighting anything against your name now. I'm just saying that for an example, for business perspective. It's just something to think about. Keeping names relatively simplistic is definitely a big way to go. Try to avoid descriptors unless it ties directly into what you're doing as well. From what I've experienced and what I've seen. So like, Heavenly Father is different because I think it's a funny play on like the title. Like I feel like it's a title.
It was, and I just ran with it.
I think that works, but if I'm trying to think of like a good way of saying it. Like, you don't want to be like Demonic Lord. Like, that's not a name. That's a that's a title or like a description, but like that's not your name. You don't want to be like fiery ratty, you know? You want to just be ratty. Yeah.
Or cool ratty.
Or cool ratty.
Chilly ratty.
Chilly ratty. But like
Chatty ratty.
Chat. Oh, there you go. Chatty ratty. Rolls off the tongue. Hey, thank you for the sub, Ratty. A sub for your troubles? No, don't worry about it. Listen, we're trying to make sure that you guys get your questions in and that you feel like you're having fun. I appreciate the sub. I really do. Guys, don't feel like you have to give anything. I want to make sure that we give back to the community. This is about you guys tonight. I want to make sure that we answer your questions. I do appreciate all the support, but know that you can just spend the channel points, ask questions, and we'll get to them when we can. Okay, with that being said, on to the next. Any advice for VTubers with full-time jobs, as in how to balance a full-time job and content creation?
Well, that's easy. Don't. You have to pick one, whichever matters more. Unfortunately, I'm doing that right now. My job matters way more. If my Twitch paid as much as my job paid, then I would obviously do it. But to do that, I would need to be XQC level, and I'm not going to do that. So you have to pick which one pays more and focus on that one, because you will be homeless and hungry if you don't. So you kind of have to just make content where you can. If content creation, it makes less. And if content creation makes more, eventually make enough to eclipse your job, then leave the job. That's all I can say. It's very rough, but that's how I balance it. Now, Roy seems to have a different approach on it.
Okay. Revealing, unveiling, what is it? Seeing behind the veil? Is that what it is? Behind the veil, a little bit.
Behind the veil, yes.
I work a full-time job. I work 40 plus hours a week. I'm different in Heavenly's aspect. I 100% agree. Pick one that pays you more, in the sense of like, that's the one that should take the majority of your time. I'm in a very weird position right now in my content creation and personal life journey, where I am making the same amount of money from content creation and my full-time job. And I'm getting to the point where my full-time job is getting in the way of my content creation, but it's not getting in the way of me thanking Shiva Goddess for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. What's going on, Raiders? Welcome in, everybody. We're doing content clinic tonight. I'm joined by Heavenly Father, so pull up a chair, kick up your feet, because it's morphin' time. Rory, do I sleep? Next question. No, generally no. The thing about it for me is I am what people might refer to as a workaholic. Yeah, I'm a workaholic. I finish my job and then I immediately start working on content. I have off days, it's working on content all day. I have quote unquote rest days, I'm working on content, or I'm setting up collabs. To give you an idea, the last time I did like a massive Twitter thread that was asking people if they'd be interested in coming to the cafe, I had my schedule planned out for 2.5 months. 2.5 months in advance.
When was that?
That was like middle May.
Oh, whoa, almost
So,
2.5 months ago.
Yeah, we're getting to the end of it now. It's why I keep saying I'm so excited for like the next week and a half, 2 weeks, because like it's when things are getting easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
It may have begun beginning of June, honestly, but I know I set it up like, God. Whew. I'm different. I agree. Unfortunately, I agree with Heavenly Father. I think you should pick one to put more time into. I have definitely pushed myself way harder than a person should, because I'm super passionate about content creation and I want it and I'm hungry for it and I want to do it full time and I want to make it my passion, but I cannot monetarily support myself just on content creation right now. So I'm working the job while also putting as much time as possible I can into content creation, while maintaining, paying bills and making sure I have a roof over my head and making sure things go well in my actual life. Do not sacrifice your actual life. Do not become homeless so you can go after content creation. I tried to do full time this time last year and I failed. I did. I'm not ashamed to admit that. It was when I was still discovering what I wanted to do with VTubing. Was way before the cafe even existed. I went for about 3 months and realized it wasn't working, and then I went and found a job. It is very important that you prioritize, and living eating and having a roof over your head is way more important than being an anime funny person on the internet.
Yep.
As much as that is a painful thing to hear. Now, I'm not saying don't pursue it if you're passionate about it, but pursue it in a way that's healthy and a way that you can support yourself regardless. The way I do it is not healthy. You should not be working 100-hour work weeks between 2 different jobs. That is insane. And it's not healthy. And I already know that, but I'm doing it because I'm crazy passionate about what I do. And I want this. That might not be the same thing for you. And it's not the same thing for everybody, because some people have families. Some people like the careers that they're chasing. Some people are just using this as a hobby. And all of those are valid. Just make sure you prioritize what is most important and what especially keeps you sound and okay and with a roof over your head and with food. Also, don't just run donathons, please. That is another conversation that I will freak out about.
Or do. Fuck it. We do whatever these days.
I fucking hate it. I will go off and that'll be a spicy take, but I really dislike the donathon, subathon meta that we've found ourselves in. There are some content creators that I am super grateful for how they handled it. I think Ludwig's was amazing because of the amount of content that he put into it. It was super entertaining. But I see a lot of people that are like, hey, I'm about to be evicted, and they don't have a job, and they're not actively pursuing one, and there's nothing preventing them from pursuing one. So they're running 4 subathons in a row to try and make a month's worth of rent. And that's not healthy. Find a job. Please, take care of yourself first most.
Or just buy skebs. Do a subathon and buy skebs.
I fucking hate it here.
I promise no one will notice all this art that showed up immediately after you just did the subathon and donathon. Trust me, bro. Just do it anyway. What are they gonna do?
Cancel you. And then make another VTuber and just do it again.
Only get canceled if you care. Can't get canceled if you just ignore it. La, la, la.
That's true. I saw somebody ask it. I figure it's a quick answer. What do you do for your first stream?
Like first ever stream?
Any advice for someone's very first stream? Is just what they said. I say just do whatever. Dude, it's your first stream. You don't have a litmus test. You ain't got shit yet. Your first stream does not matter.
If it's your first stream to no audience, just stream.
Yeah.
Get the kinks out the way. Look at it on another screen. Check the audio levels and everything. If it's your first stream and you know there's going to be people there, I guess introduce yourself. Do like 30 minutes of just chatting and then play a game that really shows off what the stream is going to be like.
Yeah.
Or don't play a game. You know, if you're going to be a just chatter.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Introduce yourself, then do the thing that you plan to do the thing. So if you're going to be a gamer, play the game you expect to play that category. If you're going to be an artist, whip up a doodle or something. If you're going to be a just chatter, go from talking about yourself to talking about whatever you're going to be. If you're going to, what else is left over? Whatever's left over, just do that thing. But yeah, if you have an audience, like, you know, there's like going to be at least like 10 people there, then, you know, show them what the show is going to be like. And then the next stream will just be the show from now on.
Yeah. And I see Sylvie says it well. Early streams are testing grounds for what you want to do, because you don't know what you're going to do first. You need, like Heavenly and I keep saying, failure is important. You need to go out there and fail before you can succeed. It's just the way things work, you know? It's just the way things work. So be willing to have a couple really, really bad scuff streams so you can find out who you are.
Whoa. Thanks for buying.
Hey, Hidden Tome! Thank you for gifting a sub to Captain GOVT.
Nice name.
Captain Geo, yeah? Or Hidden Tome, or both.
Both.
I love it. This is a fun one, and I think I've definitely answered this before, so I'm curious to hear your answer. Unsure if this was already asked, so I just popped back in. But this is for all of us. This is from Lion Onina-san, and I wanted to ask for everyone, what's the best way to improve your improv? E.g., what happens with the Cup of Dusk, Weary 101, etc.
Well, yeah, I know you can take classes on it, apparently. I had no idea that was a thing, but you can apparently take classes on improv and being funny. But I don't know. What I just do is I think of what would make me laugh and then I say it. So that way, even if no one else laughs, I'm laughing. I don't really care. You just kind of... I don't think you can... Well, I just said you could take a class, but I'll say I don't think you can teach it, but like you can teach it. I don't think I'm qualified to teach you, but you can teach it. So, take a class. I don't know the answer.
I get asked this question more than I should. I've only been doing like quote unquote professional level improv, and I don't consider myself a professional, but like what people, I guess because I'm putting on a show, the best ways to improve at improv are doing it. Like, there's not a better answer. I really do wish genuinely that there was a better answer. You are not going to become better at anything without practice. The way that I got practicing, at least from an earlier set before I was even streaming, I was playing D&D, and I saw somebody jokingly say that in chat. It's true. As a player and more so as a DM, the entire game sessions generally devolve into improv. And the more that you can sell it to your players is that it was planned, the better a DM you are. I can't tell you how many times that I had to rip up my script within the first 5 minutes of a session as a DM, because I'm forever stuck as a DM. Anytime my players would immediately go off the handle, the entire next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of thanking Amar Aranea, you know? It's just how it goes. Thank you for the raid. What's going on, Raiders? Welcome in. Pull up a chair. We're talking about content, and we're dishing it out with Heavenly Father. But yeah, play D&D. Great easy way to practice improv. Like legitimately. If you want to take improv classes, sure. I mean, they might give you ideas, but genuinely, go do something that's free. Go put yourself in an improv situation that forces you to improv. D&D always forces you to improv because dice rolling. You never know what's gonna happen until the dice rolls. So you have to be able to real quick decision making. D&D trains you for that. So go do it. Genuinely, go play it. Go be a player, go be a DM, whatever.
Public school trained to be. You just had to be funny.
Otherwise you got picked on, yeah?
Yeah, so like I just learned what makes people laugh and just make jokes. Like, I don't know. I don't think about my jokes. I just make them. So
I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta throw it out there and see what sticks. And if it doesn't, you just roll with it. You're like, yeah, fuck, I messed up, but you roll with it. You know?
Also, what doesn't stick with one group doesn't mean it won't stick with another group.
True.
Like, the jokes I make in the Badger server are not nearly the same as the jokes I make on my own stream, which are not nearly the same as the jokes I make in other friend groups. And you figure out which personality fits with which friend group. And you figure out which jokes fit with which people in the stream.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good question though. I do get that a lot, but I'm always happy to talk and tell people to play D&D because I love tabletop games. Not just D&D, any tabletop role-playing game I think will help you, or just role-playing game where you can act out things. So D&D is good. Also stream with friends you can joke, or with people you can joke with. I don't agree with that.
That's risky. If you stream with your friends too often, when they're not around, people are not going to want to watch.
Yeah. I also don't necessarily agree about that because when you stream with other people to try and like learn improv, or when you're always with the same group of people or with the same friends, you pick up habits, and always going or relying on something is not a great thing. Improv is about picking something new in a different environment, but if you're always with the same people, you're more likely to interact in the same fashion. Put yourself in new situations consistently. Make yourself uncomfortable so you can learn. Trial by fire. I think genuinely that is the best way to learn improv, because you're gonna fuck up regardless. You might as well go into the deep end. Whew. How
do you teach an improv class?
I think generally there are certain like facets of improv that are really important. The number one like easy rule that you can teach anybody is yes and. Which is anytime you're given a situation, instead of like when you think of how to react to something in your brain, you have to go yes and. So like, let's say you're like, man, this coffee is really good. So in my brain, I'm going yes and. I'm not gonna say, oh, you're not drinking coffee. I'm going, yeah, and I heard it's a special. Did you get the new one? Because then it throws it back to you and it gives you an opportunity to add on it. Yes, and it's delicious. I added X ingredient to it. And then we can keep a conversation going and roll off of each other. Obviously, it's not the most impressive example of it, but that's always the first thing, is something that you can get a situation to roll and flow between people. And then there's deeper aspects because you try to avoid saying no when you're first starting out. You want to stick with yes and. But then you can add in advanced levels of no but. So it's yes and no but. So you shut down a situation. It's like, hey, did you see this new cup of coffee I got? No, but I did try this awesome new tea. Have you heard of it? And then it presents a new situation that we can move into and both interact with each other. So it changes situations and gives us something new to improv off of, which is especially helpful if situations get out of hand. Because if we start with drinking coffee and then we're all of a sudden we're improving skiing down a mountain slope with an avalanche, something went too far, you know?
Nah, it sounds like a good weekend.
Or it's Bo Burnham telling his skiing joke or being in a gay porn. Is he skiing or is he in a gay porn?
That's just Bo Burnham's special to us.
I fucking love him. He's so funny. Oh my goodness gracious.
I also never noticed that my model's sleeves curl up at the gloves.
Do they?
Yeah, I just noticed that my sleeves curl up at my gloves.
Yeah,
I've never noticed that until I've never looked at them long enough.
Yeah. Wait, I noticed the finer things about your model, Heavenly.
I just noticed it. I was just like, what? Why does my arm look like it's fat?
I feel you.
Anyway, moving forward.
You look gorgeous, doll.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh, sweetie, you got some schmear. And, darling, you must be plotzing. Oh, bubby.
God, what is plotzing? I don't. Does it mean shitting?
I have no idea. I remember it from The Nanny, so Fran Drescher, you know.
Oh, what a beautiful woman.
All right, simple question. Sorry if this was asked already. I'm curious about Instagram, if it's a good idea for links. I don't know anything about Instagram.
I have absolutely no idea about Instagram. I made an Instagram so no one could steal my name. That was it. I don't even know if that account still exists. I should check right now.
I deleted mine, but I remade it so I could have the name.
I just didn't want someone to have my name and then start scamming people with my name. But yeah, it still exists.
There's
nothing on my feed.
I think Instagram does not translate as well to VTubing because like what are you gonna post? Like your reels? Like as clips, I guess? But like that's not the you like TikTok that works for. But like I don't know, it's another place that you can put content. But generally, like, I guess if you're an artist, sure, you can put art. I don't know. Instagram is one of those platforms that I kind of like, on. Your reels do better there than on TikTok. Wow. Oh, hey. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Do you have people come to your streams a lot, Sylvie, that say like, hey, I'm here from Instagram? Not to put you on the spot. I'm genuinely curious because people do come up from it. Hey, I mean, more power to you. Maybe it's more effective than I realized. It's just on paper. I'm like, it's Instagram. Why would people care about live streaming from a, you know? Yeah, they say they're checking out my Instagram finally. Hey, I mean, if it's working, great. Maybe it's something that I should look into. There we go. Learn something new every day.
There's nothing on here.
On Instagram?
This social media sucks. Well, I guess this is my account is not following anybody, so maybe that's why it sucks.
It's very possible. It's very possible. All right. Let's move on from Instagram. I will say though, even if you're not on Instagram, use other social media platforms and content creation platforms. I might not be on Instagram, but I use Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. So I use those four.
Yeah.
It's important. Make content. Don't just limit yourself to one thing. How good of a communicator do you need to be a VTuber? Asking because I'm a bad talker / communicator, and there are ways to improve said skill. Yeah. Talk. Like just work at it. It's like we were saying about improv.
You're gonna fail. You're gonna fumble, and you're gonna learn social situations only by being in those social situations. No one just I mean, you could kind of research social situations, but like you gotta have them so you know what not to do the next time. You're gonna trip and fall on your face every now and then. No one's perfect. I've talked to people and just said the wrong thing, and you know what? You just go, "Oops, my fault," and then you either leave or you just move past it. Yeah. As for talking, you don't actually have to talk as a VTuber. number one, you can do text to speech like
Zentreya.
or you can just not talk. I know there's a channel, I think they're called Corpse. They're literally a corpse in a coffin. They don't talk, they just type. And it's completely possible to type and talk and not talk as a VTuber.
Yeah.
Now you are putting more of a I'd say a training weight on.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gonna expect a voice out of the model.
Yep.
But if you're just better at everything else, people will just go by it, you know? Just talk. But it's also easier said than done because, you know, there's social anxiety and there's literally crippling social anxiety. So in those cases, once again, like before, you might not be able to be a streamer.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's important to know your limits, and to know.
Oh, sorry, I was just remembering another mute streamer, but it's fine.
No, go for it.
Mizuno Neo, they're a mute streamer. They're also a fighting game player.
Yep.
That's really funny because they will just, for everyone else, you know, they make noises or they don't say anything and they'll beat someone up, and at the end they'll be like, okay, GG. And like just seeing the words GG pop up on screen is like, man, I would not be that nice.
I know a couple that are like that too. Cal VT.
Oh, I've heard the name.
Is he's an artist. He's mute as well. Talatora is a Tiger VTuber. She is also mute. She also plays fighting games.
I think they used to, I don't know if they still do, but when I watched they were playing Doom, they did text to speech.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that are doing things like that. Like mute as in like Zentreya is. So yeah. So
text to speech is also really good.
Yeah, text to speech is very important. Yeah, they use text to speech. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll agree with Heavenly in that. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your own voice, there are other options, but just know you're limiting yourself. Like we talk about how like not everybody can be Iron Mouse, but like even less people can be Zentreya, because if you look at VShojo, there's 10 members. Only one of them uses TTS. And I genuinely can only think of those 4 VTubers that we named, you know, that are TTS or don't speak. Like, it is, you are putting yourself at a huge disadvantage for it. I would try, not force yourself to do it, but you know, what are you laughing at?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. Is it the Roy and Heavenly Father #1 piece of advice? Nike logo, just do it.
I hate to say it, but for a lot of these things, these are not things that these are things that can quite literally be fixed just by doing the thing. Mm-hmm. I know they're scary things, like most things are. Yeah. But these are things that can be done and fixed. Like I said, it sounds scary, but at the end of the day, it really won't be that much of a problem. If you mess up and say the wrong thing, that's fine. If you tell a joke and no one keck W's, that's fine. But you can also, you know, threaten your chat, be like, oh, I told the joke. If I don't see one keck W or lol omega lol, I'm just turning the stream off. And, you know, you can use that against them also so that they learn to start laughing. But you kind of just have to do these things. Yeah. And if you can't do these things, once again, it is perfectly fine to go, I can't do this. This is mandatory, or there is no workaround. I can quit.
Now, sir. We were just talking about you.
That's what I was laughing at. I went over and looked, and
no shot.
They were prepping, and I was just like,
there's shot.
No way. The moment I speak their name, they start raiding.
Oh my god! What is going on, Raiders? Welcome everybody. My name is Zoga. Roll that R as always. Like I said, my name is Roy. I'm a bunny barista VTuber specializing in voice acting and housing this cafe called the Cup of Dust, where I bring in various VTubers around the internet. We do a little improv, sketch comedy, combined with role play. And tonight we're doing a little bit of a content clinic. So if you've got content creation questions or ideas, pull up a chair, kick your feet, because we're joined by Heavenly Father, hallowed be thy drip.
Eat milk. In the entire raid message, everyone's like, get pugged, but one person said, Neo likes feet milk.
Feet milk. That's can we cancel the raid? Can we like roll it back?
What?
I don't know. Hi, Neo! Or is it Mizuno? I don't know what you go by. I feel like I go back and forth. Like consistently, even though I've known you for a while. You literally appeared in my stream as I was about to raid. I was so shocked. Oh, you did, Heavenly? Oh my god. What is this?
Like
this is Sparta.
I said their name and I was like, I wonder what they're doing. And I click and I just see you on screen. And I'm just like, what the?
Yeah. somebody had brought up how to handle not feeling comfortable speaking or how to get better at speaking. And we were talking about, hey, you should probably just speak more, or if you really feel uncomfortable with it or are literally incapable, there are other options. And we mentioned you, Zentreya, Talatora, and Cal. So we were talking about different VTubers that overcome adversity or overcome those decisions that they've made by experimenting. Not everybody has to speak, but you know, that's kind of the direction that we were leaning in. Yeah. But welcome in, everybody. I'm glad you're here. I hope you all had an amazing stream with Mizuno Neo. And I didn't see what you were streaming, but I hope it was an awesome stream, and I hope you had a great time. I hope it was fun. I'm trying to see if we shouted her out, but
I'm just trying to get over the feed build. They haven't defended themselves. Like,
they haven't defended themselves. I'm gonna shout you out again.
Like, someone in chat comes in and says you like feed milk. You just ignore it. Like, what happened?
I'm actually pretty curious myself. I don't know what this gaslighting is. I don't know. It sounds like you're being thrown under the bus. I've never heard of this in my life. Damn. That's insane.
Well, then the person who said it should explain.
Definitely the person that said it should explain. 100% agree.
How do you get milk on your foot anyway?
I mean, maybe they're just messy. I only know of Gilk.
Gatorade milk?
I don't want to know what Gilk is. We have enough ilk jokes in the cafe. Like, I don't need any more.
Ilk. Oh, GamerSupps.
GamerSupps milk? Oh. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Wouldn't be me.
But anyway, let's continue. Like I said, we're going over content created questions and things about VTubing. So if you guys have any questions, use the highlight message channel point redeem. It is just enough points. So if you follow for the first time, you will have enough points to use it. All right, I'm waiting on a new model and some more assets before I redebut. What's the best way to basically stall until it's all ready?
Stall. Just say, hey, it's coming at some point.
Make content. What do you mean?
Just let them know and then go back about your day. That's what I did. I was told I'd get my model in March. I believe they said March. And I didn't get it till May. So I was just like, I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming when it's coming. And that's it.
Yeah, just apparently like Mizuno Neo is coming to buy a cup of coffee for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for the support.
You need to fight me. I need to fight a fighting game that we both play. And I need to fight me in it.
Why don't you fight me?
What fighting games do you play?
KOF, Tekken, Street Fighter.
Which Street Fighter?
5, 4. I'm not very good at Third Strike, but I'll play it.
I was really good at Third Strike.
I mean, I'll play it. I just haven't played a ton.
Tekken, I don't like Tekken 7. It feels like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too old.
I mean, it's my first Tekken, so.
I prefer Soul Calibur. They're pretty close, but not exactly the same. But
yeah, I just don't like Soul Calibur because I know they're close, but I don't like the feel of it. I am very hyped for Street Fighter 6. I will say I very much like what I've been seeing so far.
I don't think Akuma's in it, is he?
In the leak he is, and the leak seems like it's true. So
then I'll play it.
Yeah.
I love Akuma.
Because like the first 4 characters they showed off were Ryu, Chun-Li, Jamie, and Luke, and then the leak came out with a bunch of returning characters and new characters. And and then one of the characters was Guile in a new outfit, and then they released a Guile trailer in that new outfit with a goatee. You don't make that shit up unless it's real. So that leak has to be real, and Akuma was in that leak. So
I just remembered that Ken lost the kid.
Yeah. They took the kid. She took the kid, Ryu.
Where were you, Ryu?
She took the kid. Fucking Ken. I kind of hope it's real. That's such a crazy journey for Ken.
It's so random.
Oh my god.
Like,
for him it was a Tuesday. That's all I'm saying. Fucking A. I'm really excited for Street Fighter 6. But if you want to play 5, or if you want to play 4, or if you want to play Tekken, or if you want to play KOF, I'm in.
Excuse me.
You're good. Yeah, anytime. But yeah, if you're waiting on a new model, just make content. Like I hate speaking anecdotally because like my success might not be your success, but to give you an idea, the model that I'm using now was not ready until my birthday, April 21st. I opened the cafe on like January 20th. And then slowly upgraded all the assets to what it is now. So like, just do it, Nike. You know?
That is definitely, we gotta find a new answer to things. But like, that is the answer.
It really is. It sucks, but I understand that a lot of people are just like, what do I do or why? You know? I don't know. Yeah, start and upgrade as you go. There's no reason to say that you can't upgrade. Unless it's like an idea that you're like, this'll suck unless I have it, then just do other things. You know?
Sorry, my gum fell out of my mouth.
Your gum fell out?
Yeah, I was chewing gum and it fell out of my mouth.
Oh no! Did you catch it?
I don't want this anymore.
Oh
I
no!
mean, yeah, but like, I don't want it anymore.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Delays happen. Everyone's human.
Yeah. 100%. I was thinking of doing an extremely long stream for my birthday in December, but it's around Christmas weekend. Do you think that would be worth it if it's not Christmas Day itself?
You're not stream on Christmas. Not a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's worth it.
Christmas weekend? Yeah, once Christmas is over, give it a shot. But like,
yeah,
25th and maybe the 26th, I would not advise streaming because people are spending time with their families. People are going to deal with Christmas stuff. And if they live in an area that isn't completely ravaged from global warming, they might even be dealing with snow and outages from that. But after Christmas, give it a shot. People have new car. You might be able to catch some gift subs because people have Christmas money, or you know, the $25 gift cards that are from Visa.
It's true. It's true. Oh, Icy, take care. Thank you for hanging out with us and thank you for all the questions. I don't know if I'm daddy. I'll definitely give that to Heavenly Father though. Not a fan of that title.
I like when people call me Heavenly Papa. That's funnier.
Heavenly Papa.
Yeah, I don't like daddy. That's weird. I'm not your father.
I don't look at myself as a daddy. I'm like the twunk next door. Like, come on.
Twunk?
I mean, like, I have jiggle physics in my tits. Like, I think I'm beyond twink. I'm pretty close.
Twunk. I like twunk. That's a good word.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, things with like long streams or like, God, can I go off on this? Can I talk about how much I dislike like donathons and subathons and things like that?
Go for it.
I very much dislike the Twitch meta of like, hey, I'm gonna do a Twitch marathon or like a subathon or a donathon or something like that. When you're just doing it, there are sometimes I'm like, this is cool and a fun idea. Generally, when it's a celebration or you're trying to get to know your audience or you're celebrating something that you did or like those are the things I'm like, yeah, like good job. But like when people do like endless donathons or subathons and they go on for a long time, they kind of isolate themselves away from their friends, potential collabs. Like, I don't necessarily want to spend time with them. And it's unfortunate because like I like people the people that are doing them. And sometimes life situations force them to do it. But I hate that Twitch meta has kind of sunk into that a little bit. And not shifting blame to like Ludwig or Iron Mouse, but they definitely are popularized now, even more so. Everybody is announcing some sort of like extended donathon or subathon for forever. I would first, before you do something like that, ask yourself why you're doing it. And if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, bad. If you're doing it to celebrate something, to be like, hey, we made it to 1,000 followers on Twitch, let's do a subathon and thank everybody and do all these cool rewards and ideas, and you're like putting a lot of effort into it, and you've got like a bunch of different incentives for people doing things. Those are great. Like, I love seeing how creative people can get with them. A friend of mine, Marina, is doing one right now. She's going crazy. She's going for like 30 something days. But I miss her. I miss her. And I know a lot of people do them, and sometimes living situations make it difficult to do anything else besides that. And I get it, but if you are not in a bad living situation that you're being forced into that situation, ask yourself why you're doing it and really evaluate it, because you might be doing more harm to yourself than good. Because a lot of people I've talked to that have done extended subadonathons, they'll talk about how when they come out of it, they hit an immediate depression. They hit immediate drops in viewership and immediate drops in subs once the subs from the subathon wear off. So it's not good for long term, generally. The numbers say that it's not good for long term.
I just don't think they're very good. Also, for like the content you make, you're kind of just...
Yep.
It's hard to describe it, but like when you have a cutoff date for your stream, you kind of get everything in.
Yeah.
But if your stream is just an endless marathon, it basically just becomes sludge at a certain point.
Yeah.
Which was why Ludwig's stream or subathon was really good, because he had so many things planned out through it.
Yes.
Yeah, there were times within the stream where he would just be like, I'm just playing this or just watching this video or doing that. But he also had other things planned, and he had his mods around, he had his friends around. He kept things, he basically was just having a stream, and he had to keep improvising the stream because he knows the timer is still going. But a lot of times I've watched subathons that are on day 649, where it's the same thing as day 421, as day 318, as the day 299, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, at this point, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then 100%. Also, like Roy said, they isolate themselves and a lot of people, and it just becomes a problem. And it's just...
Yeah, because it becomes hard to interact with them outside of them being live. Like, sometimes I just want to chat, or sometimes I just want to hang out, but I don't want to do it on a stream. Or I don't want my messages to be read during a stream, or I want to hang out with you and play games off stream. But again, I'm not going to slate anybody for doing them. Like, I love Marina. I'm not going to slate her for doing it. I've also seen a lot of the stuff that she's done. She's fucking hilarious. And I've had a lot of fun lurking in hers, but still 30 something days of it is insane. And I just hope that she's okay. And I hope she's happy and healthy mentally. Like, God, like, people don't even talk about the mental and physical toll that subadonathons have, especially the endless ones.
I didn't even know they had like a depression on them. I figured you'd feel relieved when it's over.
So you do, but then it turns into, oh, I've only known this for the past month of my life. It becomes habit, you know?
That sounds awful. Now I'm thinking about, that does sound really bad. Like,
yeah, 100%.
I'm so used to just sitting there. Oh man, that's why I would never do one unless I am literally about to become homeless. And even then, I'm risking a lot because like I have to sit there. Like I could get a job or something. I don't know.
Like I said, there's a lot of different situations. Yeah, there's morals. There's different things that people prioritize, and there's also different situations. I'm not going to pretend like I know everyone's situation. Sometimes Subadonathon works the best for somebody. Sometimes it doesn't. But I just want people to be happy and healthy at the end of the day. And I'll always miss people that are doing theirs because I'm less likely to feel comfortable when I'm participating in one of them. So, that's just a me thing. Okay. I have one more, and then it looks like we're out of questions, and we can either call it there, or we can do some closing thoughts or last minute questions. Okay. For Twitch, how important are titles for stream? Should you try to make clickbait titles like YouTube or do something else?
No, they're not important.
I don't think they're important.
I think I've made Twitch streams that are questions, and I think it gets answered once, maybe every hour while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
People don't read the stream. They just see you're live. Like if you look on your left-hand side of your screen right now on your following, you can't see a single title. You just see the game category.
Yep.
But once you click it, or well, if you put your cursor over, you get the title.
You get the hover.
But now I'm looking at some of them. A lot of these titles just make no sense, or they're just saying the game they're playing.
Yeah. But you know what does make sense is Rico Pineapple with the raid. What? Am I surprising you with like the transitions into thanking people for things?
No, I just realized I talked over it and I feel bad.
No, you're fine. Listen, we're thanking them now. What is going on, Raiders? Welcome to everybody. Like I said, my name's Roy before. Probably didn't say it now. Don't know why I'm going on this tangent, but regardless, welcome into the Cup of Dusk at the cafe where I bring in various VTubers around the internet. We do a little improv sketch comedy combined with roleplay. And today we're doing a little bit of a content clinic with none other than Heavenly Father. Hallowed be thy drip. Woo! Woo! But yes, continue, please.
Titles are goofy. No one really pays attention to them.
Agreed. Yeah, nobody cares about them.
Now, YouTube, on the other hand, yes.
Yes, because they're different.
Playing the game.
You know, like YouTube is when you scroll through YouTube, you see thumbnails and titles. You know, you don't necessarily see what the content is. Like, it's not like Twitch where it's this person playing this game. On YouTube, it's here's a title and a thumbnail. That is your impression of what the video is going to be about.
Yep.
So it's a very different game. Yeah, very much so.
I can't think of any time I've ever seen a title. In fact, now I'm thinking about it, let me go check his title right now because I know he's streaming. One of the biggest streamers, Tyler1, has some of the best Twitch titles I've ever seen in my life. His current title is Feared Me. Why? YT1. Why? Because success for all due lifetime winner, unlike they born. Built different. Past streams are Look, Happen, Try, Skyrockets, Boom Boom, Straight Tops Ranked While Swaggy and Cool is Me, Woot. And another, Habs Blast, Yay, Well Caused, This Just Funner, Rest of Time and Gameplay Goods. Just listen to me. What? Okay. No Right Path Destroy. No one cares about stream titles.
Oh my God.
He's been streaming titles like this forever. I honestly think he just hits the center button of his phone and just grabs the words that come out.
Bro, that is hilarious. I'm dead. That is a masterclass in title. That's an absolute masterclass when it comes to title.
I've watched his streams and not once have I ever seen anyone ask him where he gets his titles from. He just titles them. People are so accustomed to it or just ignore it because it's just extra text that's not important that, you know. So yeah, titles don't matter at all.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one last question, and then we'll wrap up. And this will be the last question. We can both share this. It's probably something that we've answered already, but it's something to just kind of shoehorn at the end of the night. Make sure everybody knows. What is the best piece of advice for small streamers or VTubers for discoverability when it comes to Twitch?
Use every outside source you have possible. Make sure you get everyone to know that you are streaming on Twitch and when you're streaming on Twitch. And just I would say, and when they finally find your stream, give them a reason to watch. But as for discoverability, you have to use YouTube, you have to use Twitch, and you have to use Twitter. And each one, you have to play a different game. YouTube, you want to make sure people are watching the whole video. Twitter, you want to make sure people find you funny and interesting, and you let them know you're streaming. And TikTok, pray that the algorithm picks you up and that people don't mass report you and ban you for being a VTuber.
Oh my God.
Or in some cases, just remove the model. Keep your voice, remove the model.
It hurts.
That gets away with it.
It hurts because I have also been banned on TikTok. I'm like me.
You are not the only one I know that has been banned on TikTok multiple times.
I get content warnings pretty often, but to be fair, some of the stuff that we've done and said has been pretty racy at points, like sexual charged.
I've seen whole titties on TikTok. They have nowhere to speak.
That's what I mean. Oh my God,
it's literally because you're a VTuber.
It probably is, honestly, but I'm not. It's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep making content. They can suck my follower count. But no, I think I agree with you. I know we harped on it very early into the stream. We talked about it very, very much. Twitch is not a content platform that has an algorithm that will help you. And the best way to grow on Twitch is to make discoverable, clickable content on other platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Just do it. There's no secret formula. Just do it. Have to make content on other platforms. You are not just gonna get discovered playing games on Twitch by playing Valorant for 8 hours without saying anything. It's not 2013. This isn't Justin TV. It's not 2020. VTubers did not just get invented.
Also, you can use your Twitch content on these other channels.
Yes.
You don't have to go out of the way to make extra things. Like, you still can do extra things. You could take a funny clip from your videos and throw it up as a YouTube short. You can take a funny clip from your videos, throw it up as a TikTok. You could take the entire stream, edit it down, and make it into a whole YouTube video. You don't have to do you don't have to do extra work. You can just do the same work 3 times.
Yeah, it's very true. It's what I do. I take clips from the cafe streams and I put them up on other platforms.
And if you do make a YouTube Shorts channel, I highly recommend it's not the same channel as your main channel. Make 2 different channels. Make 3 actually. One channel for edited down content, one channel for full VODs, and one channel for shorts. So you put all 3 on the same channel, it'll fuck up the algorithm, and then you'll be dead in the water.
I've been told recently shorts are okay because they are not actually on the same, like they did algorithm them out. They do not count. But clips, like short YouTube videos will. So if you get like Twitch clips and you turn it into like edited and everything, but you don't put it in that 1080 by 1920 format, then it does fuck you up. At least that's what I've been told.
I have no idea on that one. I've just made a separate channel because it's easier.
The VOD one is 100% true though. That's why I have a separate VOD channel as well.
The VOD one, don't expect much from it.
It's just an archive, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just an archive.
Yeah.
It's worth making a VOD channel if you want your VODs to be somewhere.
Yeah.
So people can ask. And you can, I know a friend, his name is Elastic Droid. His VOD channel makes him enough a month to pay his rent. How? But it does.
Wow.
So, and that's not even his main channel. That's just an extra archive channel that just sits there. So that way the VODs are there in case something really cool happens or a great stream happens. You want to put it there because all VODs on Twitch get erased after, was it 7 days as a non-partner?
Yeah.
And then I think it's 7 days as a non-partner, 14 days as a partner, maybe 14 days. I'm not quite sure. And then 60 days if you have Twitch Turbo, which I don't think many of us have. I need to buy that, but it's better to just stick it on YouTube. There's even a pipeline you can set up that straight automatically uploads your videos to YouTube.
You can. Yeah, I do that. It makes it significantly easier because I just after streams are done, I click it and it's export to YouTube immediately.
Yep. Doesn't ask twice. It just runs it up.
But I also locally record everything, so just in case.
It also helps a lot too.
Yep. That way I can edit things down later and have everything separated in terms of audio tracks. So if someone was low, we can bump them up. If someone was too loud, we can bump them down. Very convenient, you know.
Please fix your audio. Your chat will not tell you for some reason that people just... It will let you stay in the dark knowing that they couldn't hear. I've seen people say they've streamed for 2 hours before chat realized their mic was muted.
No! I mean, that's why I always look at my audio channels while I'm streaming. So, like, I can at least see that.
Oh, I do that now, too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, basically, a VOD channel is good for extra revenue. Not necessarily. It's like... It could be in the long run, but don't expect it to be. So like I have a VOD channel, !VOD in chat if you want to check it out. Have to chill a little bit. You'll be able to see like cafe streams. The important thing is that it's an archive to me. Thank you, Kyle. The important thing to me is that it's an archive because before I hit partner, I was starting to lose VODs. I got to a point where like we had reached a certain amount of time that my VODs were being deleted from Twitch because I wasn't a partner. And I was like, okay, well, let's start backing these up and putting them on a platform. The funny thing is, because of how my main YouTube channel is structured, which is going to be changing soon-ish, my VOD channel might hit monetization before my main channel because of watch time.
Yep.
Yeah.
That happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. So that's where I am right now with that. But yes, make a VOD channel. Don't expect to do anything. If it does, great. If it doesn't, at least you have an archive of your footage and you can send people over there. Yeah. So, any closing thoughts, Heavenly? Do you have anything that you want to wrap up with or mention something?
Off the top of my head, no. But if anyone has any more questions, I don't mind answering them real quick. Just trying to think.
Last call, chat. If you have a question, make it good. Make it good, okay, chat?
That's what I look like when I scratch my neck. That looks so different than what I'm actually doing.
Oh, you just turning
my head.
Side.
I'm turning my head to the side slightly, but my model's just like.
You just.
No, I'm just. Hold on. I'm turning my head, and then eventually it just
dislocates.
Okay. Cool.
Why are you two so awesome? That's a fake question. Heavenly.
Why are we awesome? You answer it.
Cause we got drip. Oh, I like this question. This will be our last question. I like this question. By Star Dragon Nova. Tips on how to deal with dead air. Moments in your stream where nothing is happening. and it's just a stretch of no interaction or commentary. Oh.
I don't have dead air because I let my ADHD take over and I just say whatever thought goes through my brain. Unfortunately. But in the past, what I would do is I would just sit in it. It gives me a chance to recharge my brain.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like I'm kind of like you a little bit. I kind of just go. kind of just don't know when to shut up.
Curse.
I will say, I think VTubers and content creators as a whole are scared of dead air a little bit more than they should be. There are times where it is acceptable to take a little bit of a lull. I'm not saying like minutes, but I'm saying like if there's like 10 seconds of dead air, it's not the end of the world. Maybe you're taking a drink, maybe you're gathering your thoughts, maybe you're just resetting. And when you're talking with somebody else, it's also okay to have a little bit of dead air. There have been a lot of interactions that I've had here on the cafe where we've had natural dead air, not because we've run out of things to say, but we've been transitioning into another topic. So we just go, and then we can feel that there's a lull coming. And sometimes the other person will panic and like just shout something out. You don't need to do that. Dead air is okay sometimes. It's okay in moderation. But dealing with it, I mean, so long as it's not excessive, it's fine. But if you start going longer than 10 seconds, generally, probably look at something. Just ask a question. Start commentating. Like, if you're playing a game, commentate what's going on in game and talk to yourself. Have a conversation with yourself, because at least when you're first starting out, when you're in that 1, 2, 3 viewer range, I found it a lot. I found it super helpful because you never know when that new viewer is going to come in. And if you go like what is the saying? The saying is you have 30 seconds to capture somebody, like to capture a new viewer. Because in that 30 seconds, if you don't capture somebody, they're gone forever. They're not going to come back to your channel because they're going to remember, oh, they were quiet for 30 seconds, or oh, they didn't say anything for 30 seconds, or oh, they were super focused on their game for 30 seconds. Do commentary. Tell a joke, ask a question, look for interaction. And chat doesn't always need to be there to save you. When you're first starting out, they're not going to be there. So commentate, talk to yourself, be okay with not having someone to bounce ideas off of. You know? It's gonna happen. But
I think asking a question's a good one.
Asking a question's good because it can provoke or promote chat interactivity. It's like a call to action. Like we were talking about that before. But if you don't have viewership, if you're in that 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 viewer range and you ask a question and no one responds, roll with it. Tell a story. Talk about the game that you're playing. Come up with something to fill dead air. Like I said, 10 seconds is okay. It's not the end of the world. But when you go longer than that, it starts really being bad because you start dipping into that range of, hey, somebody new could be watching, I don't know. And hey, 30 seconds pass, I didn't say anything, they're gone forever. So.
Also, if you're having an off night, there's just a lot of quiet. You can always just end stream. I know I've said a lot of quitting things, but sometimes if you're just off, there's no point in forcing it. People can tell when you're forcing things. And if you're forcing things, no one wants to watch you.
I agree.
So if you're just having a lot of dead air because you just can't think of anything, or you could turn it into what people call a vibe stream, where you can just play music. You can play music and then talk when you can talk, and just do something like you can put a video on in the background, like those walking through the city videos that I've seen people use.
Yep.
Those also help because you'll notice something in the video and be like, what is that? What the hell? What is that? Or I want to go here. Like I did that recently. I put on a walking through Seoul video and it started and I was just like, well, first I did my favorite thing, which is doing this, and then just watch the video with chat. But halfway in, he walked into a station in the video, and then there was like a mall under the station. And I just started ranting about the mall for like a minute, because like, I never saw the train. What was the point of it being a station? But it was just a... Anyway, you can do that. You can have something new to bounce off and just become full of anger or funny or talk to people or just... There will always be something to talk about. If you have somehow fallen into the void and there's nothing to talk about, good night, everyone. This is what you can say, because you kind of ran out of things to do. So if you run out of things to do, just keep it moving. Yeah. And go to bed.
Yeah. 100% agree with that. I'll 100% agree with that. Okay. Well, Heavenly, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Of course.
It really means a lot. And I'm glad we finally got to know each other. And I hope we get to do more in the future, because it's been great getting to know you.
I share the same sentiment. I hope we can do more in the future.
Hell yeah, I will do my best to, and remember that I'm not always being annoying. Not always. Sometimes.
You're fine. Don't be like that about yourself.
No, listen, I'm okay with being annoying sometimes. I know I could be a lot for some people, but I do my best to remember that it's not always that way. Regardless, though, guys, if you want to check out Heavenly Father and any of their content, be sure to type !collab in chat. You'll be able to see not only their Twitter page, but their Twitch page, where they are back to making live content. I'm glad to see you again with everything.
Man, that fight with my ISP was annoying because it wasn't even their fault. It was Intel's fault. Well, it was half and half their fault. And if I had just fixed it the day of that, I thought anyway.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're back. Regardless, at the end of the day, you know, that's what matters.
Yeah.
So,
very true.
But yeah, guys, thank you again. Now the question is, do we want to dive over into some ASMR to cool down for the night, or do we want to maybe raid a new VTuber that I've never raided before, who's just playing some multiverses? That's the question. I'll leave it up to chat.
Kind of late.
I feel like ASMR might be the way to go. Cool down with some ASMR.
I feel like that's definitely probably what Chad wants.
The newbie? Well, they're not a new streamer. I was just saying someone I've never streamed. Someone I've never rated before. That's more so what I meant. I think.
Dang, this is hard. I feel like rating a new person is always nice because then you can introduce yourself. Like
well, we got
just were teaching Chad.
We got a poll. So multiversus and new person, or ASMR and someone we've rated before. Totally up to you guys. Damn. Yo, people are going in for the multiversus. 7-1. I see you. Kai, thank you so much for running that poll. I appreciate you. ASMR. Hey, vote for it. Vote for it. Make sure it wins. You gotta add to it. Oh my goodness gracious. We'll let that poll go for a bit. Are you a fan of ASMR at all?
No, it messes my head up.
Oh no.
It makes me feel very uncomfortable, and I'm not sure why.
Oh, I'm starting to hear that. I mean, I've heard that it's that way with some people. I've definitely heard that. Yeah. I don't know. Funny enough, I'm actually planning an ASMR stream soon, so I'm sorry.
Hey, it's perfectly fine. I just can't watch, but that's not a problem with me. Yes.
Hey,
everyone else gets some good ASMR.
Hey, you're totally fine. Hey, Spite, it's good to see you.
Hello, Spite. How are you doing?
All right, guys, it looks like we're gonna be raiding, like I said, someone that I have not raided before, because generally they don't start until I think like when I normally end. But since this was a little bit later stream than normal, we're gonna raid Kenji.
Huh.
I've never raided Kenji before. He's playing some multiverses. Well, it looks like he's making some sus tweets right now first. But we're gonna raid Kenji, who is playing multiverses and making some crazy tweets. So let's go send some hype and some love over there. Guys, remember, if you're a sub, be sure to use the first raid command that Kyle put in. If you're not a sub, but you're trying to participate in the raid, be sure to use the secondary raid command. Don't forget, check out Heavenly Father, !collab in chat. You'll be able to check out all their awesome content. Heavenly Father, when are you streaming next?
Monday.
Check them out. Monday. Monster Truck Rally. Yeah. And don't forget, tomorrow is the PEG Championship with myself, Vexoria, and Prism Splay over on Vexoria's channel. It is going to be an awesome time. It has been a long time coming, so don't miss it. We're gonna have an awesome time playing golf with your friends. It is going to be amazing, hilarious. You're not gonna want to miss it. If you haven't seen the trailer already, be sure to check out mine and or Vex's Twitters. You'll be able to see them. It's really funny. There's a lot of production value going into this, I promise. All right, guys, I'll see you next time, and hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. Thanks again, Heavenly. Thank you.
Of course.
Good night, guys.
Bye.